I love and hate this man. I swear.
I'm so weak.
Oh my goodness. What's good, everybody? Welcome once again to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for Thursday, October 21st, 2021. I am one of your hosts, Marcus Major Lennox Summers. Of course, I'm joined this week. Anka, what did you do?
You know
I was too
something?
far away.
Major, I just realized that there's a whole phrase you can't say anymore.
We'll get to that in a second.
I had to fix it. It's too very far away.
We're joined by the vain one. Ooh, that sounded really hot. That sounded hot. Is everything working? Okay, I had to make sure everything's working.
Like,
that level sound.
It sounds like an attack.
The vain one, the gout. Idi Osanaka's in the building. We can finally see her for once.
Wow.
I mean, you got real close, and it's like I don't know how to interpret this.
I can get closer.
Why? I was like, I could too, but I forgot I can't lift my left arm as high as I want to, so I can't reach my camera anymore. Oh, fuck. So close.
Why not though?
I have a frozen shoulder. I can't move it.
Dang.
It's about as high as I can get my arm now. I need to call. I meant to call the physical therapist Tuesday. I'm gonna call them tomorrow. I'm joined this week, bringing a sermon from off the mound. Sinziak is in the building.
Hallelujah.
And as
Everybody.
And as Sin has pointed out, yes, there is one whole phrase I cannot say today. But we are joined in spirit this week and every week.
There you go.
By it's your boy Kev. Kev, he is in the building somewhere. Kev is, yes, notably absent from the show this week. He has some stuff going on with his family. We wish him all the best. Take all the time you need, and look, the seat will always be here because you kind of planted it there. You nailed it to the ground, glued it, fused it with hot metals. Like I tried to kick it, I could not kick it. It's here. So yeah, trying to pivot. Also, sound like someone's about to break into Anka's room.
That was my food summoning tap.
All right, well, I guess I'll start with Sin. Sin, how was your week this week?
This week was busy. So
I saw you had some big news that dropped this week. But you get to it whenever you feel like it. It's okay.
I may have. We played some games on Monday, right? Played some games on Monday. Played some more games on Tuesday. And I may have become one of the newest developers for the Into the Motherlands tabletop game. That was announced this week on Tuesday, so everybody was super sweet with just like all of the like likes and things. So I appreciate y'all. It's been a busy week. I wish I could say that the same amount of things have been happening with my day job, but like we're out here and we don't do that. So also this week, did a bunch of random things. I went to someone's stream who was playing like Monster Prob, but was having a really hard time with getting a date with one of the monsters. So I helped them get their first monster date. I also helped them get their second monster date because I know way too much about the game of Monster Prob.
Look at you being Cyrano.
Right?
Hooray, I used the reference correctly. Haha.
Out here, also hanging out with SJ, who was notably having a whole time with trying not to scream at the screen, which he did, but in a fun and hilarious way about watching people playing the new Metroid Dread game. That was a wonderful time.
I love that game. I love it.
Just out here vibing, getting clothes. This necklace came in that I ordered. You know what? I should wear it just for y'all.
You
I should
should.
wear it just for y'all.
You should.
But we got that, and I don't know if I wait. Did I tell y'all about this last week? Did I tell y'all that the wireless headphones came in?
No, you told us on the chat.
Oh, okay. So, hold on. Let me. So, a pair of headphones that are just like the ones that I'm wearing.
Ooh,
Oh shit! I didn't know I had that color. Okay.
that's pretty.
Okay.
So yeah, they're out here.
Have
That
you
means
used them yet?
notably, huh?
Have you used them yet?
I have. I took them out on a walk today. I decided to try to change up the energy of my day by taking a walk in the middle of the day. It was quality. It was a good time. Hold on for a second. Let me get the thing.
They disrespected my cake.
Okay, is he wearing one white sock and one black sock?
Hey,
Yes, he is. Yes,
It'll
he
come
is.
in handy for something
He's
I'm
in
about
his
to tell
home.
y'all.
Hey, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I just happened to notice it.
Happen to notice what?
You were wearing one white sock and one black sock.
Oh, well, I mean, okay.
Nobody,
so I don't
again,
know if
nobody
y'all-
is judging. I'm just
No, it's
noticing,
fine.
being observant.
Oh no, I'm going to point this out because it's really cool whenever someone does. So, I think it was like the middle of last year, but in the earlier parts of the pandemic, there was a YouTube channel with Markiplier and one other creator called Unisanas. And that was their theme, is that one of them wore a lot of black and the other one wore a lot of white with a little bit of black, and the other one wore a lot of black with a little bit of white. And all of their merchandise was made so that they would just pair up black and white things. So I ordered. They finally wrapped up the series, and as part of wrapping up the series, what they did was they took everything that they made over the course of that year and then deleted it all, so that it would never be seen again. And that was kind of the art of the whole thing. But before they did, they were just like, hey, if you want to place some orders for some merch, you can. So I bought 2 pairs of socks. One of the socks is white with black skulls. The other one is black with white skulls. But they came like that. It's always the funniest thing because it's one of the first things that people notice, and they're just like, did you intend to do that? Yes, but that's also why I ordered 2 pairs of socks, so that if it ever does actually bother me, I can have matching socks. That story aside, here's the necklace that I got. A little little kraken with green eyes.
Ooh.
I like it a lot.
That's gonna come in handy later. But that's for the end of the show.
Are we playing Sea of Thieves? What?
No, I did not hear
okay.
that. No idea what you're talking about.
No, I will leave our next third place thing, which I still need to do something with that gift that y'all gave me for next week. I absolutely do. I have not yet. Forgive me. But yeah, next week we're gonna have a whole thing going on. It's gonna be
That's gonna be funny.
I'm gonna let Anka talk about her week. That's what I'm gonna do.
First, before we go over to how her week was, I want to know what you grubbing on.
Some steakhouse mac and cheese, some strawberry shortcake, and some sweet tea.
So it's just mac and cheese. There's no protein.
I had something earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still needed something.
I'm still kind of miffed as how people can eat mac and cheese as the entree.
I mean, there's bacon and stuff in here,
but still.
Okay, see, major.
I mean, we can go over. We can go to the very hot food topic that I have.
No, we can, but it's like you have to understand. Mac and cheese comes in 2 forms. Form number 1. Side item to food. Please see also Thanksgiving and or Sunday dinners and or church dinners and things like that. However, the lesser but also appreciable form number 2, comfort. I just want comfort food, and that is pasta and cheese.
Mm-hmm. The barbecue mac from Noodles and Company. Oh my god.
You know what?
There is a whole there.
I
Did you
won't
know
ruin-
that there's
I
a
won't
whole
ruin the
place
show.
here? There is a whole place here in my town, and the only thing that they sell there is mac and cheese.
Fine, I won't ruin this show. I won't ruin it. I can't. It just seems so wholesome that if I say what I really want to say, we'll just this will be the last Tech Talk Thursdays ever.
All friends here. I think our friendship has been proven.
I don't think
You
so.
know
Actually,
something?
I'm surprised you don't remember
You know
what this
something?
take is.
I got
I feel
you on
like you
this
do,
one,
and that's why
Maker.
you want me to say it.
Okay, you know something? Okay, since we want to be spicy, you know something? I am on the pro candy corn side of that debate.
Oh.
I since I don't eat a lot of candy, I could care less.
Not this man out here eating wax.
Well, fine. All right. If we're gonna share spicy,
Hold on for a moment.
if we're gonna share spicy topics,
Here's what I'm going to tell you about that comment that you just made. I know that that's real cute and all, but here's the thing. If you have eaten cafeteria food at a public school, we will not come for candy corn.
I can't do it. my youngest niece. My youngest niece tried it for the first time. She said, "Same, exactly."
I know that there are people who have different tastes for things. I also know that, quite honestly, objectively, there are better forms of candy than candy corn. That being said, I am very much pro let people just enjoy the things that they want to enjoy in this hellscape in peace. And if that happens to be candy corn, y'all can have candy corn, because here's the thing. While I'm over here enjoying candy corn with my candy corn brethren, the rest of y'all are free to eat the Snickers, the Three Musketeers, the crispy, crunchy, peanut buttery, Butterfinger, Twix, whatever else you want, and we can just all be happy eating the candies that we enjoy together without having to pass judgment. Like, y'all got unvaccinated people running around the United States. Y'all can let me have candy corn.
I mean, sure.
I want you to know that I put my body on the line to block you from getting hatred about just eating plain mac and cheese with no extra adornment.
But I love you anyway, even though your taste buds are betraying you.
Here, listen. I have learned to literally love the sin, to love the sin and the sinner, but this is too much.
It is what it is.
So, how else has your week gone? Have you booted up your Animal Crossing island? Is everyone upset with you?
They are upset with me, but I had to get it ready for the new update that's coming out, which I'm so excited for. Ooh,
Wait, did you delete your whole island and start over?
No. I don't have the patience to do that. I don't.
Can I be real? I need people to help me come clean up my island. It's just so tedious. There's just so much to do.
I will come help, because I spent at least 3 hours terraforming my entire island.
I can't
and rearranging all the buildings. Yeah, you got to get to that point. But
I might need to plant some of that money that y'all gave me that initial donation for. I took a pretty big chunk of it and used it to pay off. They're just like, we have a house loan, and Tom Nook was like, "So, bestie, do you want to use Nook miles to pay for it?" Or I'm like, "Bitch, I got bells. They are here. They are present. Go ahead and get it." And they're just like, Is there a problem? I'm coming into your home to the counter with cash.
He's just trying to get everything he can out of us, and I don't appreciate that. But once you pay off your final mortgage on that game, I think that's when you unlock terraforming, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'm just gonna let y'all just donate money to me, so I don't have to actually use any more Nook Miles for anything.
Exactly. I'm broke. Major the money team over there. So.
Not Major the money team. Also, welcome to Tech Talk Thursday Mukbang Edition.
Yes. Look at this disrespectful cake. Like, how dare they?
You are eating that, but complained about candy corn.
It's good. They messed my cake up. It was perfectly fine and pretty, and then they just threw it.
You know what? Let me go pull out this Nintendo Switch and let y'all talk about whatever y'all talking about, because this.
Well, I mean, Nia could have catch up with us on our week, unless that's what she's been doing while I was gone.
Well, all I did was look at my Animal Crossing and study. I've been doing nothing but studying. I disappeared off Discord and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, and I've been studying. Trying to, anyway.
Didn't you just have a keyboard that died?
Oh, yeah. And I got a new keyboard, y'all. It's so pretty. I had to take a bite real quick. This cake is great, though. It may be ugly, but it's great.
I'm sorry. I'm slowly trying to catch my breath. I had to run.
I want to, show y'all the keyboard. I could just hold it up.
You could?
Hold on, let me. This is my new keyboard. Ow. I feel like a kid in show and tell. This is my new keyboard. It's so pretty. It's heavy, but it's nice.
Is it a mechanical keyboard?
It is.
What color keys?
Hold it sideways. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit thicker than mine. It looks almost like the one that I have.
What? Okay, but what color keys though? Like, are they red keys, brown keys, or blue?
I got the red ones.
Respectable.
I
have the worst. I got blue mechanical keys because the feel, like the sound of the clicking and the feel of the keys, is really satisfying.
Yeah. Cause like the brown ones, if I'm not mistaken, didn't it say it was like it would lessen? Oh, Major disappeared.
Nope, still here. Again, I cannot eat with a camera on, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Major said, "I choose not to be perceived at this time, except in audio format."
Exactly.
And that's if that.
But yeah. I think the brown ones were the most quiet, I think, or something like that. But I was like, no, I need a little bit of clicky clack, just a little bit. Holy pandas? I've not heard of that. But no, I love this keyboard. It's not taking up so much space. And I like the weight to it. And I like the design on the keys. I just think it's great. And the aluminum feel is like, yes. So,
welcome to Mechanical Keyboards. I just want you to know you have officially ruined your own life.
Ah.
No, mechanical keyboards are so good. And like you get really deep into them, and you get, because like the thing is, the keys are also like super easy to remove and customizable and all this other stuff. So you start getting heavy into that, like customized keyboard life. Girl, it's about to be a problem. You're about to have a whole problem.
Oh no. Why didn't you guys stop me?
When it comes to tech, I'm going to only enable.
True.
How was your week, Major?
It was alright. I'm sorry, my mouth is so full of food.
That's why I'm asking.
That's beat up, dog. Yeah, like what Sin said. You know, when it comes to tech, I'm only an enabler, even when it's myself. Because yeah, I bought a Mac. I bought the new MacBook.
You mean right after they aired that whole like thing, you were just like, let me just go ahead and purchase
within minutes. Within literal minutes.
That's funny.
How you know he did it? Major, don't send me nothing.
I did. I did send you the link he's talking about.
What
it's actually a story. It's actually an article this week.
Ooh. Now he said actually.
Oh wait.
The DVD
is it the one
one.
that I think it is?
The DVD one.
Oh, no, we're not us having to talk about that because the way that went, they like flipped that and then revert the nonsense that came behind that. Child, listen.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why we can't have nice things. Let's see what else.
Money team.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I pre-ordered the MacBook. It's now preparing to ship. Like they were reporting some articles reporting that some orders are preparing to ship. Mine wasn't up until it was. What?
Got to say, I was able to get the limited edition Xbox Mini fridge from Target.
Look at you. Says she needs headphones, but buys a refrigerator instead.
Priorities.
How does it feel to have a little hookah machine in the corner?
Feels great.
Oh, I also forgot about the fact that I spent some time being a bit of a nerd this weekend and talking about how to handle romantic arcs with your characters in tabletop games.
Still have yet to play Monster Crown with y'all. Sorry, Major.
No, you good. Now I've been playing some more Metroid Dread. Loving that game. Apparently, it helped me realize that yes, I have Joy-Con drift. So I bought some. Apparently, it's like a Hori, like they're like Hori made Joy-Cons, but they're like two halves of a Pro controller that you can attach to the Switch. They give you real good joysticks to use. So yeah, I've been playing more of that. Also, I revived my PS3.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought.
You stay from the way home, Tico.
Yes, please be safe. I mean, you could also just open up Twitch on your phone. Let it listen to the audios. It'd be great. Of course, I bought some more hard drive. I bought some more storage for it. And pop that bad boy in. I'm gonna say this. I appreciate Sony's move for having people add additional storage to the PlayStation as opposed to just fully replacing it. Because installing firmware on a PlayStation is the worst fucking thing you can do. Because you have to format the USB drive. You have to create a folder. Then you have to create another folder. Then when you download the firmware file, you have to download it to your PC and then copy it to the flash drive. You can't just save it to the flash drive or it won't work. Also, apparently, whoever uploaded the firmware files to Sony's website, they uploaded two different versions of the same firmware. They were in two different locations, like two different website paths. One worked, one didn't.
What?
And if you didn't know what you were looking at, you would like, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Until like a random Reddit thread pointed it out. Like, yeah, they just point to two different locations. Like the one on the bottom doesn't work. Like, why has nobody fixed this?
The ghetto.
I saw the VOD. Oh god, I forgot back when we had to wait a few minutes on PS3 to set the. Oh my god, yo! Then I thought I did all of this for nothing. Went and tried to download the games, and I swear, like, they do not care. Sony does not care about PS3s at this point. There's like, you know what? Our time is done. Fuck that shit. We've got the best-selling console on the PS. Fuck it. I don't give two shits about the PS3. We got the PS5 out now. If you want a PS3, fuck you.
Wow.
It's really like that. I really felt like Sony was spitting in my face constantly every issue I ran into. Every time I tried to download a game, it would say, like, it would give me an error downloading. So initially I thought that it was like the server was down for maintenance, because I actually got a maintenance error that showed up later on that night. So all right, I'm gonna stop this for the night. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and figure out how to stream it. So I'm there with Ruin, you know, we in a chilling. We sitting there trying to diagnose it. It's still giving me the error. Next thing, he pulls up another random Reddit thread. He said, you need to go and deactivate your systems, all of them. Deactivate all your consoles.
Not pulling up Reddit, my God. Okay.
Look, I'm sorry. Look, Reddit is good in some cases.
I hope it's good in this one.
He says, look, you gotta deactivate all your PlayStations and then go back and reactivate that one. So I said, man, that seems like a lot, but it's not like I'm using my PS4 right now, so I don't care. I'll go and do it. As soon as I said, all right, I'm gonna deactivate them, and I ended the stream for the night. Reactivated the PS3, games downloaded just like that. But because of the fact that the PlayStation Network is slow and there's not a gigabit connection on that PS3, it took forever to download those games. Like, I was glad that I did not have to go to work the next day so I could stay up late and watch it happen. On the clean install file versus the system update file, normally the bigger file is the clean install, but they don't make that clear enough if you're familiar doing this. That may have been what it was. I didn't see much of a difference in the files that I downloaded, but yeah. See, I told you. See, Tycho listens. I told him, look. When you mobile, just put it up on your phone. You'll be good. You can still be a part. You can still be a part of the show. Just be mobile. It's all good.
Oh God, it's bright as hell.
So yeah, the PS3's up and running. I am getting ready to play through some Metal Gear. Again, shout out to Tycho, who saw my random MGS2 quotes from about a month ago. Then sent me a video of Tiffany Mann, the daughter of I think it's Tamala Mann, or I'm not sure if anybody's seen the Medea plays. I'm not sure if y'all have seen the Medea plays, but Mr. Brown and his wife
of David Mann?
No, yeah. David Mann. That's it.
Yeah.
David Mann and his wife.
Terrible.
Who, you know, great gospel singers in their own right, but it was weird to me, like, especially when I recognized, oh wait, I know her. It's like she's out here singing Snake Eater, and oh my God, just killed the shit out of that song. And it's like, all right, you know what? I know what I have to do now.
You're over here like, come on, Cora.
You know what I got to do now? I got to go play some Metal Gear. Shout out to Kinda Funny, like they've been going through the Metal Gear games too. And it's like, yeah, I've only beaten MGS 2 and 4. I should go back and actually play those other games. I should do that. I should finally complete all the Metal Gear games and at least play Peace Walker, because I don't think I've ever played that one. So yeah, that's what I was setting the PS3 up for, so I can play some Metal Gear. But all right, that's enough catching up. It's time to talk some tech news. Man, there was so much news this week Then I had to cut some stuff. Like the list I have is not even its final form.
You fool. This isn't even my final form.
It's not. But so of course this week we're gonna talk about not a lot of the Apple stuff because I covered that in a video and you can check that out over at youtube.com/MajorLinux.
Do you want to hit them with the link?
I mean, yeah, I could do that. I gotta find it. Let me when we get started, I'm gonna share it a little bit later. It should be actually if do ! Latest YouTube, it should pull up that link.
Speaking of Apple, I finally got some AirPods. Woo!
Let's see. Did that work? It did. It did. Hooray! Commands worked. I love it. You'll love to see
Not
it.
The latest white.
Look, that was set up before I learned that that's what that abbreviation was for. So don't judge me. Yep. So you can catch like I talked about the Apple stuff there. I swear I can't win with y'all, man. I can't.
I heard it before I saw it. Now I'm just weak.
I'm just gonna finish eating this burger,
No, I'm good. I'm not saying nothing.
Now it's just wet. The bun. Oh my god, I have no bun left on it. It's just the worst now. It's stuck to the wrapper.
Please continue.
So yes, I talked about the Mac stuff that came out. Latest YouTube video. We got some Android stuff in here. We got some Game Pass stuff. We got surprisingly more Twitch stuff than I ever thought we'd see. But hey, Twitch is also in the news again.
When they're not.
I mean, there have been times when we've had no streaming news to talk about, but I mean, you don't want Twitch stuff? Well, guess what? That's all you're getting. There's nothing but Twitch all the time. So let's go ahead and kick it off. Starting off with, hey, I did include some Apple news. One of the things I cut was the fact that you can get a fully loaded 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 Max for over $6,000. Make of that what you will. But that's the one that I cut. I kept this one though. That apparently Apple is releasing a polishing cloth for $19.
A polishing cloth.
And the shipping date has already slipped.
What's so special about this cloth?
Made with soft, non-abrasive material, the polishing cloth cleans any Apple display, including nano-texture glass, safely and effectively.
Have you ever read a news article that you went, why is this a news article?
If the cloth is not made of nanobots, I don't want it.
The end. Period. Little nanobots with little nano squeegees. If that's not what you're selling me, I don't want... Apple, what? Like, okay, are you really that upset that someone figured out how to put a USB-C cable connector on your phone? Like, are you that pressed about not having money from lightning cables? Are you running out of people to buy or update MacBooks? My God. How did this make it onto this list this week? Did you decide that we just needed the humor?
Yes, that is exactly why it's there.
Okay.
Again, okay. I could have went with the news story of, hey, these new MacBooks are really expensive, or the dumb one of, I ordered one and didn't think about that until after the fact. Luckily, I'm trading in a laptop, so hey, it knocked that price down. But yeah, they got $1,000 monitor stands, so of course, $20 little cloth, clean that monitor. It would be great.
I can go find this at Value Village for 2 cents.
I mean, I got bags of them. I've got little bags of them in the office. But yeah, I just include this for the shits and giggles, honestly. But on a more serious note, apparently Monday, there was a fake YouTube Apple event that was streaming that drew 30,000 people before turning into a crypto scam.
Let me guess. Was it led by FaZe?
Well, no. I'm not going to say unfortunately, but just no, it was not.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care. I don't. It's fine.
Yeah.
The scam was rather simple in that it promises if you donate an amount of Bitcoin to a wallet, they will airdrop you Ethereum in return.
Anka, the face you were making right now.
It's just...
It's what? Come on.
It's giving raisins in the potato salad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It screams techno bro. Or tech bro. There we go. Not techno bro. That's a different type of bro.
Y'all know that Michael Jackson meme where he's just looking at the screen? He's just from the Bad video, and he's just like...
You mean Michael Jordan?
No, Michael Jackson. I'm about to shoot it to you.
Okay.
Like it's giving very Elon Musk once retweeted something that I tweeted, and therefore I have become among the elite, apparently.
Hey, look, that guy that talks about, social media leaks and whatever, he liked the tweet that I said about turning things chronological on Twitter.
That's the meme that was giving me.
Oh no, that is a creepy image. Why did you curse my screen with this?
It's just a look of disgust.
Can I just delete it? I don't want to see this.
Hold on.
This is here now. It lives in perpetuity, and I do not like this.
You don't like what?
That was a very disturbing image.
What's disturbing about it? This person is very upset.
It now makes me very upset. Now I am upset.
This article is giving musty, and that's what that means.
Not this article is giving musty. Oh no.
It's giving very much musty.
Hold on, who is this in the top corner? Is that Anderson? Is that Anderson Cooper?
Oh god.
What?
In the article.
This guy right here.
The guy, is that Anderson Cooper?
That is Tim Apple.
Oh no, girl. Okay.
He looks like Anderson Cooper.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
I see what Sin is talking about.
No, Anderson Cooper
From
is a silver
away.
motherfucking fox. You put respect on his name.
No. From far away. If you're not zoomed in.
No.
But if you zoom in,
here's something. Here's the thing. What I won't do is argue with Major over here because I appreciate his taste.
Look, Anderson Cooper is a silver motherfucking fox. You will put respect on that man's name. Sorry.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I casually glance over here and I'm just like, why is this Anderson Cooper though? But I mean, you're right.
No.
I mean,
no.
Not Ruin coming through here and being like, listen.
No.
From far away, it looks like him. On the stream, it looks
okay,
like
there we go. All right, here we go.
Ruin even agrees.
Why did this not do this?
Closer observation, you can clearly tell.
There we go. No, these are two different men.
They are.
These are two different men.
But you're not seeing it from how we're seeing it. I don't think. I just don't think.
I'm looking at it through OBS the way anybody would see this on a stream. It's two different men.
No one's watching this stream on OBS. Hello.
If anything, my screen is smaller at this point. This is a 1080p display I'm watching this on. It's two different men.
A glance. If you were moving
Tim
really
Apple
fast.
wishes he could be that fucking suave and smooth. Tim Apple is still a fucking nerd compared to Anderson Cooper.
It's okay, Sin. Ruin. We all see it. We all see it except Major. We all see
two different men.
It's fine.
It's two different men.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. That's like saying they look the same because they both gay.
No.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
It's Tim Cook game. I mean,
yes.
See, okay,
no,
first thing.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, that's cool. Second thing, first thing, Major, I'm mad. I'm not mad. That's not the word I wanted to use. I am upset that you jumped to that conclusion and not that both of them are white men with silver hair and glasses.
Because that's the obvious, and that's the obvious one. I wanted to go for the one that wasn't.
I actually did not know.
I'm not falling into your trap. These are two different men.
So that's news to me. But that's beside the point. It's the silver hair and the glasses.
Two different
men. I'm just saying, if one of these is Clark Kent, they need to step into the phone booth and come back out in the super suit. I'm not seeing.
I will give you one is Stephen Urkel, the other one is Stefan Urkel.
You know something? Okay, I see it. I see it. I appreciate that reference. Some of y'all listening to this show might not be old enough to understand that reference, and I'm going to suggest that you get on the YouTube and look that up.
This is clearly Urkel right here.
I feel like Captain America. He was like, "I got that reference. Not this."
Oh my god. Government's planning to misuse the CSAM scanning tech even before Apple's announcement. Hey, you remember that scanning thing that Apple delayed? Because, people are like, hey, you could be scanning our pictures and look for things that aren't child pornography. Yeah, whole governments were like, yep, that's exactly what we're going to do.
We wrote
a paper on it because damn if we know how to keep the quiet part quiet.
If you should have listened to Black Will Slap Your Hands. I'm just saying,
Yep.
The consecutive.
Child, come back to me when you get to the next article, please.
It's the consecutive mustiness of these articles. I don't understand.
I feel like, okay, this one here, I feel like it's a little bit better. Sure.
These articles out here are kind of tart.
So, okay. The Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro were announced Tuesday. I tried to get this one. I tried to get this too, but boy, Google had a clusterfuck with their services. So I said, you know what? I'll wait a month. It's fine. I'll space it out. I'll space out my new tech. So the one thing I did want to talk about this one. So yes, it's got its own little special chip and all like that. The one thing I wanted to get to, I wonder if this. Of course it didn't. I grabbed the wrong one. And of course, like, Google is probably not going to help me with this. That's what I'm looking for. RealTime. That's what I'm looking for.
True Tone, Real Time.
Well, True Tone is something different. Real Tone. This is what I wanted to talk about. So it was very noticeable during the Pixel 6 presentation Tuesday that they were talking a lot about their cameras, and it ultimately the shoe dropped to where they wanted to say that their computational photography was so good that black people are now able to take pictures of black people. And it actually shows what black people look like. They are claiming to solve the bias problem in photography because I believe we talked about this a few episodes a while ago. If I'm not mistaken, I think I used an image of, I think it's the Shirley cards. Let's see here. Yes, it was the Shirley cards. So yeah, Kodak. So Kodak created like some cards where they would have women kind of staying with the cards, and then how they kind of color corrected photos, and it kind of created somewhat of a racial bias because these cards were mainly developed for white folk. This also ended up in digital photography. So a lot of times when black people are, or when people of color are photographed with digital cameras, it does not. We don't look great. So what they did is they actually handed this technology out to a lot of BIPOC photographers, go out to shoot BIPOC subjects, and kind of help Google work configure their computational photography to better capture our skin tones when it comes to taking photos with our cell phones, the camera that most people would have. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It'd be nice to kind of see what it looks like in action. I'd actually would like to know who is going to actually do that outside of maybe MKBHD and your average consumer. Because anybody else who's getting a Pixel 6, like they will, I know for a fact they will gloss over RealTime. If the article I just had on the screen from like Android Authority was any indication, like they didn't even mention RealTime at all. So knowing that, I have a feeling like y'all have not seen that event. How I want to know, like just from here anecdotally, knowing that Google is doing it, they've been saying they've been trying to do this work for a while, and now they have a camera. They feel like they've got the camera, they've got the computational power to do it. How do y'all think? How do you think this is actually going to play out?
No.
While I'm waiting for responses, Tycho, it is. The phone actually is under $600. I believe the Pixel 6 $599, and the Pixel 6 Pro starting at $899.
Your question one more time.
Seeing that Google says they have been putting the work into their computational photography to show black and brown people like we see them in real life, do you like how do you think that's going to play out? Like, do you think they're going to nail it? Because again, like they could show these images all day on their marketing materials, but do you think that's going to translate to something like real life? Like if I were to grab that camera and like I fancy myself a photographer, and like you do, like Anki, you do too. I'm not sure if Sing goes out and shoots photos, like semi-professionally. But do you think that having something, do you think that Google's technology is going to deliver on that promise? Like Apple will mention it. Apple will mention it every so often, and they do make a point of like showing black people artistically, but not like, hey, we're at a cookout.
That's after editing.
Like, yeah. Or like they got special lighting, and it's like, oh, like this is something I would see in a Vanity Fair, as opposed to, hey, we went to the cookout
outside.
There's only
sweat on my face.
Things, it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be right in the middle for that, right? If you're talking about just like camera quality and things, is that what we're discussing here?
I mean, the camera quality for the Pixels are good. It's a thing where so the Pixel phones, they're like, their thing is they're good for photography. Apple is good for video. So the photography has always been great in Pixels. Even my Pixel 4a, the budget phone, is amazing at It's amazing at taking pictures.
Okay, so are we asking, like, is Apple gonna step up to that or something?
No, like, do you think that Google is going to deliver their promise of actually doing what they're calling real tone? And like, if you were to take a picture of a black person at any random time, do you think that picture is going to show the actual black person as you saw them right there in front of you? Or is it going to be like just washed out, saturated, like it normally is when you take a picture of a black person on a cell phone?
I guess some of it. I think some of it depends because let's talk about a very real fact in photography, period, across the board when it comes to Black people. A lot of people don't know how to photograph Black people.
At all.
Period. Like me being on this thing, this light that I have above me has 3 different settings, and allow me to point out here that I don't use white lights on my skin anymore because of how it washes people out when you take them. So things like, let's talk about things that are really common on phones, like the flash being white and not yellow, because like white on us is terrible. Yellow on us is amazing. Go and see literally any Black person in sunlight. It is a vision.
You know, everything makes sense now.
So let's start there, right? Are these things going to look the way that you want people to look? Not as long as you're using white lights for flash in general, for one, and two, not as long as people don't know how to take pictures of Black people for another. That's why y'all get that's why some of our best times are sunrise, sunset, and somewhere in the middle of a park.
Like I'm trying to adjust mine here. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm taking a risk. Yeah. So this is white light, or hold on, this is blue. Let me see if I can.
And like, see, the thing is, what Major looks like right now with that light is what would probably happen if you took a picture with a camera.
So yeah,
based on the fact that
now, if you add a little bit more yellow to that light, like you're playing with now, this is what Major should look like when you take a picture with the camera.
Wait, we can just do this, or is that just the Windows?
Oh no, this is me messing with my key lights.
Oh.
And see, this is going to be not necessarily an ad for something else, but something I am very, very adamant about. There are people who are like, why would I need to spend so much money on lighting and stuff? Well, because one, I am a Black person and I need to be lit correctly. Sure, there are other, like I have a ring light that will do the same thing. It's got knobs, but boy, it's nice to sit here and, use the Elgato Control Center and just be able to drag that shit and it happens in real time. Like, lighting has been my biggest issue. It's a thing too where I tell people, hey, if you don't have fancy lighting, and you use like Logitech webcams, turn off auto white balance, because boy, it will change things. Like once your camera focuses on this, it changes the white balance, and you just change colors as a Black person.
Like, then again, I can't really say that I would expect much different from people who normally have to wrap their hair in silk because of how delicate we are. So that's a thing. Let's also talk about the fact that, like, quiet as it's kept, this is like a pervasive thing, and this is a little bit off topic, but not too much. How whenever it comes to literally anything that is artistic, we have to ask people, do you work with Black people specifically? Because there are things that you will understand and recognize if you don't. For example, in our art, making sure that Black people have more red tones to their skin when you draw them, and making sure that when you draw their hands, this side is brown and this side is a lighter shade of brown and not the same shade of brown. Or this whole thing with the yellow lights and stuff. Or asking your tattoo artist, do you deal with like medium to dark colors of skin? Because if you don't, having to deal with all of that nonsense. Like, it's this whole, like, there's a whole thing where you can tell that the general things that you see people make and build things for with cameras, with face recognition things or whatever, are made for a world that, generally speaking, does not include us in that room. Because if they did, we wouldn't even have to have articles about this. Mind you, right? This, if you're drawing me artistically, I want you to know that this whole thing happening here, I've been inside for the better part of a year and a half. It doesn't come off. I feel like it just, we just need to talk about that. Okay. I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna eat my breadsticks and cheese. Please continue.
I think Google might be able to pull it off just because they are better with the picture taking, like you said, but I don't know. I just would like to see it.
I'm gonna say something spicy real quick. Considering that I can go to Google right this second and look up my address, and they can show you what my house looks like at the street view at 12 noon. If people wanted to make cameras that did a good job on black skin, they could. In most cases, they just don't care to. We're going to come back to that sentiment several times today, and probably several times over the course of this podcast. I just want y'all to know, whenever I've just gotten to that point, that if it's sort of like, do you think they're going to do X and Y for black people when they decide that they care? Yes.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they just be mentioning that, oh, we can do this, but don't actually do it ever. Unless somebody really gets on them about it. I don't know.
I don't know, Major. Do you I don't have as much of a track record with Google products in general. And so, therefore I don't have a lot of thoughts on whether they're gonna do the thing or not, as it were. But do you think that this is going to be a thing that they're going to be like, well, we could do right, maybe we should? I think they've long forgone the do no evil thing, but maybe they might do right here.
I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing of, we have, like you said before, we've not been in the room to make decisions, to actually influence decision with shit like that. So I think we're at a point now where we now have some black and brown people that in the room that actually do care about this stuff. Also, it's a very, very nice marketable thing too. But I mean, you can sit there and have something. Look, the BIPOC community will totally love this if we could do it, but you can't do it unless somebody's actually done that work to do it. Mm-hmm. It's not like something that could just have been turned on overnight. And it's not to say too that Google does not have amazing, brilliant engineers who could figure it out. I want to say I want to say that the people who have been in those rooms, who've been developing these cameras over time, they've been trying to figure that problem out. Because again, this is happening computationally. It's not like physical camera systems that are doing it. It's something that's being corrected computationally. And because I mean, it's a thing of if you took a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, or if you even took a film camera, you could probably sit there and make those tweaks in software, but you would have to know what you're doing. Essentially, what they're doing here is taking all of that out and say, all right, you point a camera, you press a button, and it does the thing. It's just training AI to know what to look for and actually listening to people who know what they're doing. I think that Google and Apple are going to get to that point where these cameras are going to be really good, and we'll finally be able to, with the point and shoot, be able to see pictures of us that, okay, yeah, that is definitely us. It was a beautiful, crisp autumn day. The sky was blue, and my skin is just melanated as ever, and it is great, and I love it. But it
sounds like they need to hire black people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do, but then they be racist and they run away. So, yeah. Anywho, yes, the Pixel. So the Pixel 6 with RealTime and more, starting at $600, with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and $899. The Pixel 6 Pro starting at $899 with 12 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, or you can go up to 256 gigabytes of storage for $999. And they've got these awesome colors. It's great. Get one. Also, that Pixel Pass thing did come to fruition. It is totally a thing. So if you are looking to get a new Pixel, but you want to put it on a payment plan like you could with Verizon or AT&T or T-Mobile, you don't mind using Google Fi, which is an extension of T-Mobile. You can get the Pixel 6 or the Pixel 6 Pro, 200 gigabytes of Google One storage, YouTube Premium, and Google Play Pass. Subscriptions start at $45 a month for Pixel 6 and $55 a month for the Pixel 6 Pro. So yeah. Speaking of more Android apps are now available on Windows 11 to Windows Insiders. So for those who are still rocking on Windows 11 after the release and you're an insider, you can download Android apps and have fun with them. If that's what you want to do.
That's not what I want to do.
This one, courtesy of Tycho. Tesla debuts a new car insurance that uses Texans' real-time driving behavior.
Girl, goodbye. Make a functional car where the steering wheel doesn't come off, and then we can talk about this feature. Good.
You know, they need to make a feature where the entire car isn't disfigured in some way. Because I watched this one video, and this lady went through the entire interior of the car. I was like, this gap is too close. This part is coming apart. This part don't even make sense. Why? It's clear that they are a technology company and not a car company.
And the sad thing is that every car is unique. Not every car has the same issue. They all have issues, but they all are not the same.
They're not. And somebody like, oh, you're just trying to find fault. No, these cars suck.
It's just like one of these things where I'm just like, I would like to take this article seriously, but I need them to make a functioning car first. So when that happens, I would like to review this article.
So just so you know that this, just so you know that this actually is already launched in California.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's only launching in Texas because Tesla just recently moved their headquarters over there.
They drive so bad out there. I was graciously granted the privilege of driving my family's car on the streets of LA. Let me tell you something.
No. It's like New York.
So you've driven a Tesla?
Not a Tesla, just people driving.
Just driving in California.
In
okay.
It's like, listen,
it wasn't that bad.
There are places where you live and you purposely do not drive. That's one of them.
It was not that bad. I've driven in Long Beach.
In Cali?
I've driven in Long Beach.
Long Beach isn't bad. I'm talking about, like, okay, for instance, I drove from Laguna Beach to LA.
Okay. Like, I don't know where Long Beach is related to, like where it is in relation to LA.
Long Beach is like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I got, all right, let me explain to you. I was at TwitchCon 2017. Woke up late. So I could not give the hotel people my bag to hold on to. They ran out of space. So I had to catch an Uber to the airport to go to Enterprise to rent a car so I could put my bag in the car.
You had to go and get a ride back to the airport.
Huh?
It's the way that you had to go back to the airport.
So I got bored. So I got bored with TwitchCon. So I actually I was like, well, fuck it. I have this car. I'm in California. Fuck it. Let's drive. Let's actually just go for a drive. Let's see where we're going.
Not during the day. No.
Nope. It was during the day. I think it was the first time I actually used Apple CarPlay because it was a brand new Chevy Malibu. It was the first time I experienced Apple CarPlay, and the first time I've been in a car that turns off when you brake at a light. That is the most terrifying thing you want to happen to you in a place you are not familiar with, in a car that is not yours. But yeah, driving through Long Beach in the middle of the day to go to an In-N-Out was not bad.
Well, it also depends upon the distance that you're driving to. Because if you're just going around the corner.
No, this was like this was actually a ways. I went somewhere. I don't know where I was. I cannot tell you how I got there. Like, actually, I think I got on the interstate at one point. Yeah, I did. I got on the interstate. and drove a place. That was about where the fear hit its peak when I was about to get onto the interstate. When I was merging onto the interstate because it's not a North Carolina one. Also, again, not my car. I am on the other side of the country. I don't know what's going to happen. So yes, I was reasonably afraid, but I made it. It's great. I enjoyed myself.
Hey, I do have a comment on that. Trying to navigate those interstates at night is not safe or fun.
Trying to navigate at night. Here's a thought.
Don't.
Or maybe even better, I was following my cousin and she lives there, so she was just flying through. I was like, you know what? I can't. I don't live
there. That's
this
a challenge.
Is where, if I drive somewhere, I calmly drive, I park my car, and I call a cab. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. A cab, please. Thank you.
Look, I love driving so much that I got upset. My wife and I, we went on a cruise for our first anniversary, and one of the protocols was in Mexico, and you could rent vehicles. You can rent an ATV, go a little ATV excursion. But the one that I really I did want to do the ATV one, but the one I really wanted to do was rent a Jeep. I actually wanted to drive in Mexico.
To be fair, it's a nice place to drive. It's a nice
I bet it is. And it was a Jeep too. Like, I do not like trucks. Well, actually, no, I do. I like trucks when they're useful. I like trucks when they're very useful. But they had Jeep Wranglers, and I really wanted to drive a Jeep Wrangler so bad. I still do to this day.
Same, actually. Same.
And my wife told me no. But yeah, I'm gonna. This is a big no for me. I do not determine my insurance based off my driving because y'all need to know that. Y'all need to know that shit. Mm-mm.
I mean, they do that already.
Woohoo! Look, I know. Look, Hyundai tried to tell me.
They're just like, based on your driving in the form of did you have an accident or not. So
that's all they need to know. That's all.
Honestly, they don't need to know that. What they need to do is mind their business.
So yeah, Facebook is in so much hot water. Well, actually, no. Let me tell you.
Wait, what?
Facebook is planning to rebrand the company with a new name.
What they gonna call it? Bookface? What?
Anka. What? Anka, do I need to remind you that Google is not the tip of the iceberg? Or did you forget?
My blood pressure.
Because I feel like people forget that Google is not the tip of the iceberg for Google. There's a company above Google. Like, the justification for doing it makes sense, but yeah, the time when they announced, or this was announced, it's like, this seems suspicious, but I get why they're doing it.
Am I surprised? No, because like you said, this would have been a natural progression.
Yeah,
for a company of that size with the amount of interest they have. However, I do have a contention with the fact that they're talking about the metaverse, because here's the thing: unless you are playing Persona 5, no one knows what the fucking metaverse is.
And I feel like they will look at you and say, "That's a you problem."
That's not. And when I say no one knows what the metaverse is, it's like even people who are really informed have varying definitions of what that is, what it includes, and all this other stuff. Like most of these terms do. It's a very theoretical kind of academic thing. And it's kind of like, y'all just want to be like, you just want to dominate everything as corporations and capitalism do. But you've also used a term that no one knows how to define. You want to know why that's important? Because y'all have to deal with people who make laws and shit.
Honestly, I feel like they do know what the metaverse is. Because given the companies that without me knowing it, and this is an educated guess, without me knowing what that definition is, given the companies that have been named when talking about it, it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. Because like Fortnite's been implicated in being a part of the metaverse. Roblox is mentioned when talking about the metaverse. God knows, like just blockchain and NFT and shit like that gets mentioned. So I feel like they know, given the fact like what Facebook does. Like Facebook, the umbrella corporation, not Facebook, the social network.
Well, right. Here's the thing. It's okay. So here are the different things that a metaverse can be, right? Metaverses can include virtual world. So like Minecraft, Roblox, things that you can play wherein you interact with other people on an Oculus, augmented reality areas, that type of stuff. It can also include anything that uses blockchain stuff like you just mentioned and cryptocurrencies and everything else. Like it's one of those. Which one of these things do you think Facebook wants a part in?
Both.
Virtual worlds or blockchain or crypto or both of those things?
Both. Because it's not like they don't own a virtual reality company anyway. And they're only just like a tech bro sneeze away from NFTs. As a matter of fact, didn't they try to roll out a cryptocurrency at one point?
Oh, man.
Let me see if they rolled out Facebucks.
Face coin.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like we can look at this as sketch as it is, but given what Facebook is doing, like Facebook, the umbrella corporation, and what's going on, it's the same thing with Google. Like Google had so many companies under Google that
they did.
Yeah, I wasn't joking. It's not called Facebook.
No, you said I thought they. No, it isn't. You're just like I think they did earlier this year. It was in June.
Hooray! Go memory retention. It's like it's just there. Just grab it.
Libra.
That being said, I hereby apologize to several people with a certain astrological sign. Among those that immediately come to mind, SJ. They decided to name it the Libra.
You know, they could have called it Capricorn.
How do I kick somebody off this call? Just no.
Oh my God.
As much as I fought to have her on here, how do I kick somebody the fuck off? Just cut the whole stream down now. No, I just can't. I can't. I'm going home. And I'm in my house. And I am in my fucking house. I'm going home.
They totally missed out. They totally missed out.
I'm just gonna... You know what? I got you. I got y'all. Just... Damn it, that did not work the way I thought it was. Shit. Y'all just seeing Skype now. There we go. No, it won't let me. It won't let me turn it off. Shit, I'm stuck here. Fuck.
Fucking Capricorn, get us out of here. Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. Won't let me cut. I'm stuck. I'm stuck here.
It was too good. You can't stop it.
I'm stuck here. I can't leave.
You can't stop it. It was too good.
Not fucking Capricorn.
That's it. Fine. I'm just gonna turn off the feed in OBS. There we go. If I can't cut Skype, I'm cutting OBS.
Ooh, child. I tell you what, that's good.
Just done. I'm done.
Every now and then I come up with the gym.
There we go. Yep, see, I'm done. I'm just done. Just black square now. I need to add the marker button to my stream deck. I really do. Also, I guess I need to get that. You need to sit. What? Fuck. Because you use Nightbot. I don't know if that's going to work in this thing.
Nightbot does. Nightbot has a marker command.
I don't want to switch bots. That's the thing.
You don't have to. Just add another one.
That's a good point. Y'all, I'm fighting the universe.
Listen, SJ,
wait,
I hate to
wait,
be
is
the one
Facebook
to bring
becoming
you
a JRPG? Are they fighting God? What is happening?
You can't fight God when you already think you are.
Ooh. Alright, I'll come back up. Yeah, so
Major, I'm surprised you don't have an organ sound blip yet.
that would require me to be some type of special streamer and really think about that stuff. I will rip and tear until it's done. Wait, are you Doom guy?
No, I don't think you understand. SJ is reasonably upset at this moment in time.
I mean, I only know rip and tear from
SJ is a SJ, like my my fellow hammer brother in arms is a Libra. So imagine you being dragged into Facebook's bullshit with this. He's punching the universe, and I don't blame him.
See, this is he's nice. Pisces just chill over here in the corner and see, y'all have fun with that. So yes, while it is sketch as shit, it does make sense that Facebook would, try to change their main company's name to something that isn't the social media platform, which is currently under a dumpster fire.
Ooh, you know what? So those last two articles that you have, I have some spicy stuff to say. I'm gonna give y'all time though.
I mean, I know you would. That's why I included them.
Why do you like seeing me get really upset at things?
Because it brings in the crowds.
Gets the people going.
You're right though.
I mean, am I a social media platform? Am I only marketing the show based off of the animosity of the human spirit? Am I here to cause chaos and bring money to this channel?
Major said, "Am I the villain? I don't think.
Am I the villain?
Am I the drama? I don't think the drama.
Maybe I am.
No, I know I am. I am the author of all your pain.
Actually, if we're over here talking about the drama Capricorn.
I swear. See, damn it, I'm about to end the call again. You just let it go. It's so bad again.
I gotta do the laugh.
See, also Tycho saying that he lives through you. Because he can't be here. He knows that you can effectively communicate the thoughts and feelings that he has.
I feel honored. So thank you.
So let's get on to it.
You don't want that. You don't.
I do though. I do. Netflix just fired the organizer of the trans employee walkout. The company suspects they leaked metrics about the Dave Chappelle special to the press.
Please give me the briefest of moments.
Yes, please.
Okay, continue.
I thought you had something to say. Excuse me.
No, I thought you were going to continue with the rest of that article before I said what I wanted.
I just want to give a little bit more context. The employee who is Black and currently pregnant asked not to be named for fear of online harassment. They have been encouraging trans employees and allies to walk out of work in protest of Netflix handling of the Dave Chappelle special, The Closer. The employer declined to speak to The Verge for this story. The employee was terminated on suspicion of leaking metrics to the press related to the Dave Chappelle special. Those metrics about how much Netflix paid for The Closer and how many people it reached subsequently ended up in a report on Bloomberg. While the employee had shared the metrics internally, they spoke out against the leaks to colleagues worried they might hurt the walkout movement.
So the first thing I would like to say, raggedy, dry, unseasoned, unkempt, that face that Anka's making, like she just ate 30 lemons in a row. That. Let's talk about this walkout. Let's talk about this. Isn't the first time trans employees have talked about comedians and the content that they put out here on these specials. This isn't the first Dave Chappelle special, for that matter, that they've talked about and have said, hey, these jokes that are being made are wildly out of pocket and need to be addressed. If I'm correct, this is about the second time in about as many years.
Yeah, that about tracks. I don't know. I could give two shits about Dave Chappelle, but
No, I mean, no, like we're gonna get into it. It's not because I care about Dave Chappelle, but because I care about. I mean, listen, me and you both feel the same way about this man at this point. I'm not here to fight with you, right? But it's the way that I am so exhausted. You want to know what the best highlight of my time was? Listening to trans people talk about this whole thing and the way that it impacts their communities and the way that it affects them in real life. We're going to talk about that in a minute because that's a follow-up sub-point to this article. So the first thing, it wasn't like a few years ago, about what, 2 or 3, maybe 4, where Dave was like, I'm going to step out of the Comedy Central spotlight and all this other stuff because I was out in front of the audience. I was out here making jokes about my observations on race or whatever, as is the normal thing for my comedy. And I realized that the wrong people were laughing. And he took a fucking hiatus. And then he comes back and he does this shit. I need y'all to understand something. We're not unaware of things. Also, while we're here, in the same way that it doesn't work if you make friends with one black person, one disabled person, one other person of color, or any other, or any of those, or one gay friend or whatever you have, right? You being friends with a single marginalized person that agrees with your point of view doesn't mean you can speak over everyone else going, you are fucking up when you're talking about marginalized people. The part that warranted the walkout about this isn't even just the special. It's the fact that when people come up and say, hey, this is an issue, this is a problem, this is why it's a problem, period. You have people that works here that are being, mentioned in this, and all of them across the board feel like this is problematic, and y'all went, I'm sorry that y'all are so sensitive, but fuck y'all. So yeah, the walkout makes sense to me. Also, this is everyone's reminder, right? That I understand that there's like a whole hellscape and the world is on fire and stuff back here. But y'all, the way that we have a capacity to care about and be very passionately upset about more than one thing. Y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. I'm mad about black people and trans people. I used the wrong word there, but it conveys my feelings. I'm constantly upset in a cycle about black people, trans people, queer issues, disabled issues, and all this other stuff. Constantly. And I hit all 3 of those points today. Like, we can do all that. So that's the thing. But that's the first issue I have. The second issue I have, which leads into the next article that Major was talking about, if you want to provide some context here, feel free. But I think it's like Sarandos is his name? Ted Sarandos?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was just like, I don't know what y'all are getting so upset for. If this were really hurtful to people in the real world, then I guess that means the next thing you're going to do is come out here and talk about how upsetting it is, or how it's going to lead to violence in video games are going to lead to real world violence. First, let me just go ahead and get this one out the way. Bitch, the way that blood sits on your hands right now, give me a second, because we're going to have to get to the standing portion of this desk. And I'm going to give y'all a history lesson. Show of hands real quick. Who saw the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why?
I did not watch.
Who heard about it?
I've heard about it.
Heard about it, but did not watch.
That came out in 2017, so it's been about 4 years. I need you to understand a very important thing about what I'm about to tell you. Just like this was an issue that had years of preceding issues beforehand that people said, hey, this is out of pocket, don't fucking do it. Psychologists literally went and said, hey, y'all aren't doing content warnings for this properly. The subject matter is really heavy, and we are very concerned, given the audience of people that are going to watch it, that if you air this, people, like, the suicide rate is going to climb. Because of the nature of your show that you're dealing with and how you're handling it. So, let me go ahead and give y'all the spice. Not from a news article, not from Vice, not from Verge, not from Teen Vogue, but from the fucking Journal of the American Academy for Child and Adolescent Psychology. Do you want to know what the increase, because of course it did. Do you know what the increase for hold on for a moment before we get into this, because I feel like this is fair. Hey there, friends. It's me, the Sunflower Sovereign, a quarter of this show. If you have a concern or have heavy feelings around or find yourself triggered in any way by the mention of suicide or suicide ideation, please take a moment to go have a cup of water, to go to the bathroom, to have yourself a little stretch, to walk around the house, to pet your dog, to hug your cat, or what have you, right? Take yourself a moment away from the screen, because we have to talk about that at this moment. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a couple of seconds here. I'm just gonna take a sip of this Coke, and then we're gonna get right on into it, because when I say I have feelings. All right. From the month of March 2017, wherein the show aired, give me your best guess for a percent.
Percent. I'm sorry. I'm working on things in the background.
For percent increase in suicides.
Is this for people who have watched the show or haven't?
For people who have watched the show. Oh, and fun fact here, I'll give you a narrow bit of context here, from the ages of 10 to 17. Because the show is set in the high school and it's about teenagers. Closer to the number to call mentions here. It was 28.7%. Hey, Ted Sarandos. Maybe you don't have to worry about whether or not video games will cause this stuff, because a TV show that you approved on your streaming network did that work for you. 28.7% of kids between the age of 10 to 17, like spiked in either ideation or actually committing suicide after the airing of your fucking show. The things that you see people do, especially when it's live action oriented, have effects in the real world. This surprises absolutely fucking no one. I need y'all to think before you talk. So much more often than you do across the board as human beings. But my God, the way that y'all just conveniently forgot that, and it has been not even a smooth 4 years. So 4 years ago, you did that nonsense. 2 years ago, you ignored your trans employees. And now we're here today with a whole bunch of strikes and also missing children. I hate y'all. Also, for those of us who are melanated and listening, Jesus and Mero are right there. If y'all want to watch, if you want to get into comedy and things, and you want to enjoy other Black comedians, they're right there.
Oh,
Amber Ruffin is right there.
I was wondering what you were referring to. So please don't do this to me.
So we're talking about
alternatives to Dave Chappelle.
Desus and Mero are right there. Amber Ruffin is fantastic. Go and start there. For fuck's sake, it's just the way that people are so willfully ignorant about these things when they don't have to be, for one, and two, the internet's for fucking ever. Don't you think we have these receipts just waiting for this nonsense?
Exactly.
Also, it is very possible that video games may or may not be linked to violence. We probably debunked that a whole bunch of times, but I'll tell you what's true about video games and violence, about Netflix and violence, about the world and violence and stuff. When it comes to communities of people, whether they watch a streamed program, whether they watch anime, whether they play video games, or just play a physical sport outside of the comforts of their own home, what's true is any community that you have or any fandom that you have is as poisonous as we allow the ideas within them to be. If you don't want transphobic people in your house, don't have them there. It's really not that hard. And if you wanted to decide, as most people in capitalistic hell do, that the bag, the coin, the whatever was more important than the lives of the people that are screaming at you, hey, this bothers us and this impacts us, and we have the power to say something about it, then fine. But say that. Telling the rest of us, oh, well, something, I think y'all are just blowing it out of fucking proportion, when Black trans femmes constantly go missing with no commentary. And not to mention the amount of times that I have literally heard, and I quote, this case wasn't pursued even though we knew there was a homicide involved because there wasn't enough public interest. Did you know that the police across the nation can decide not to investigate something because they don't think enough people in the public eye will care about it? Fuck out of here with the whole topic, the whole thing. Also, while we're shopping in this aisle at Aldi, let's also discuss that there was, preceding the firing of this Black pregnant trans femme, beside that, right, was also a white employee who got suspended, who posted on Twitter a whole thread about this whole Dave Chappelle special. Her name is Tessa. Let's talk about Tessa. Tessa's a real one. She said what needed to be said. Tessa is also white, as far as I know. Tessa got suspended because, and this is the reason that they made up, she was in a meeting that she wasn't supposed to be in. That was the violation that they referenced. It took 24 hours for that whole thing to be debunked as a lie because she said, y'all invited me to that meeting. No, we didn't. Yeah, you did. Here's the invite. Here's the email with the invite on it. That happened. Friends, allow me to explain something to you about companies, especially me being in an at-will state in the southeastern corner of the US. In case this is shocking news, in case this is a revelation, prepare yourselves. Companies will fucking lie. It is the way that people immediately went, oh, it must have been a really serious leak to make it all the way to Bloomberg. And they lied to you literally a day ago. I would like you to collect your thoughts together. And I would like you to point them at destroying everything that Netflix is. I can't even protest. You want to know why? Because I don't have an account. I don't have an account to cancel. And even if I did, honestly, it's not going to make much of a difference for the amount of people that are watching that or probably have their coin. If anything, they're probably going to get a whole bunch of alt-right money now. Well, you know something? If we're being real specific, alt-right, centrist, and libertarian. But you know something? Let me not today. That is a discussion that is not for this Tech Talk channel. That is not part of the nuggets that you have received with your order.
You can't throw an onion ring in there?
One onion ring. At the end of the day, listen, if we're going to get free, we're all going to have to get free at the same time. It's not going to be piecemeal. It's not going to be, hey, let's ignore this smaller issue for an issue that we perceive as larger for whatever reason. We're going to have to get free all together, all at the same time. And if everything burns in the process, then I guess it's just going to have to burn. And that can include Netflix right now. That's it. I'll stop. Y'all should have like a word or some change or two. I got some comfort breadsticks here. I'm gonna eat some.
I honestly don't have anything to add in regards to that. It's just
me either.
Late stage capitalism, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
The obvious racism too.
I mean, that's a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's built into the system. It's a feature, not a bug.
Quiet as it's kept, though. Something to be said here. I think there was more uproar and public outrage when Tessa did it. Or when they thought Tessa was going to get in trouble, when this one employee got in trouble.
No, because honestly, I stopped hearing about Tessa when the employee got fired. I only heard about Tessa and knew that she was a person in the article of the individual who got fired. I saw the thread and it's like, oh, okay, yes, I'm gonna retweet it. It's cool. This is unfortunate. But yeah, I heard more about the firing than I heard about Tessa being suspended.
You can color me shocked here.
I mean, I also curate my feed too, so like that's the thing. Like, it was again, the thread was there.
Curated feed.
Yeah, I don't fuck around. So the part that gets me is that Joe Lieberman, who was a senator from Connecticut, who served from the 90s all the way to 2012, he was always on about violent video games since the Mortal Kombat days in the arcade. Yeah, this shit here, yeah. Well, the Netflix, so he not downed, not double downed, he tripled down, dog dared them to keep coming after him. Like, You double down and said, look, we pay money. Like, comedy is subjective. You just gotta get over it. It's like, oh, that's not enough. Well, what about the violent video games?
So, also, can we talk about comedy for a second?
Sure.
Y'all know comedy has a function, right?
I forgot what the function was, but... Oh, no, I'm thinking about the formula.
I mean, I see what you did there. Get out of here. Think about comedy, right? And this is just like a really easy thing that most people get, right? It normalizes what we're allowed to talk about and how we're allowed to talk about it. Things that I can joke about are things that I can get away with saying for real outside of a context of humor. Because if I can say something and phrase it as a joke and you laugh at it, then I know that that's safe to say. If a bunch of people laugh at it, I know that it's safe to say almost anywhere without any major consequences. And that's why one of the first things that y'all say a lot of times when people say something that's wildly out of pocket is to remind them that that is not funny or something that we joke about. There's also a reason why y'all probably, each and every one of you, although it's different from person to person, have a list of things that you just go, hey, when we make jokes about things, when we're having kikis and ha-has and all that other stuff, there's stuff that we don't bring to the table here for that. Y'all have them. And that's all it, and that's its major purpose. It's like to normalize the ability to talk about certain things or have certain kind of public conversations with people. And for the most part, with minimal consequences. So y'all have to be careful about what we do and don't allow people to joke about around us, because they'll come over here and start being like hee hee ha ha and you think it's funny, and then all of a sudden they're fucking racist or sexist or queer phobic or ableist and shit. And you just sit there looking at all of these people laughing except for you. And hopefully you punch people in the face instead of taking a trip to South Africa and then coming back and doing a transphobic special. Anyway, please continue.
So that's it for technology news. Who wants to talk about Nintendo? Why did I do this to myself?
Can we get a mic drop? We just need to get a mic drop. Just for percent.
Hold on. I can push my mic down. There we go.
Major said we don't do mic drops on this show. We pay too much for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I can gently let it down.
Mike, gently lay on the table.
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Nintendo himself, Kevin Kev, is not in the building to defend the irrational Nintendo consumer. But honestly, I will probably subscribe to this. I'm not gonna lie. The Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack pricing has been revealed. It came on the heels of a Animal Crossing Nintendo Direct, which apparently, I mean, maybe our resident Animal Crosser can fill us in on, some highlights from that. Or she may have been too busy studying to actually even know that there was Animal Crossing DLC even talked about.
Wait, there's a DLC? I thought it was just an update.
I mean, it's down. I figured it. Again, this is a semantics issue again, where I just assume that anything that is just downloadable is just DLC, period.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Again, that's what I'm saying. It's a semantics issue. I don't want to cause an argument. I'm just saying, it is an expand.
You know something? Here, let me go ahead and give you a term for compromise purposes.
Go on.
Free LC.
Free LC? Oh, is DLC imply that it costs money?
I think that's Anka's concern.
Okay, so I will get to that in a second, because I'm really confused as to what this is. So the expansion. So yes, the Nintendo Switch Online service did announce an expansion pack on top of the Animal Crossing Direct that went live earlier this week. For an individual 12-month membership, it will cost $49.99 annually. This includes Nintendo 64, the Sega Genesis emulators or whatever the fuck they're called, and the Animal Crossing free LC or not. I don't know. See, that's the part that confuses me. People are saying that the expansion is free, or that there are things that are free, but there is also being included in this expansion pack. Like, what is free and what is not free with this Animal Crossing thing? That's the part that I was confused on.
Are they gonna be okay? The only thing I'm concerned about on any Animal Crossing update is being able to like terraform in a reasonably quick way. Because doing that one block by one block thing is dumb. So dumb. Like, I can't take it. That made me want to stop playing the game for like a month.
Okay, so it's paid DLC with a free update. See, that's why I wish Kev was here.
Okay, so let's see what we got going on here.
Okay, there's a link here that can possibly explain this to me.
No, I'm over here. Like, oh, okay. So, Happy Home Paradise, right? I think the Happy Home Paradise is paid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I finally got to it. Even more was announced during today's Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct 2, such as the Happy Home Paradise paid DLC. Apparently there's a breakdown on that. Okay, so the Happy Home Paradise DLC is a part of this expansion pack thing.
So it sounds like Nintendo has an online, like it has an online service for your Switch or whatever, and I think they're introducing a new tier to that service, to that like base online service. If you decide to upgrade the tier of Nintendo Online you're on, it includes that DLC, or you can buy that DLC separately for like $25.
Got you. Okay. But I think the thing for me was, I understood the expansion pack part. It was the Animal Crossing bit that I did not get, because I heard some people say free and I heard people say it was some paid DLC, and I wasn't sure what was what. I did not watch the Direct because I could care less about Animal Crossing. But it was when it got included with the expansion pack, the thing I did care about. I was like, okay, what is this? But now I see what is it. So it's paid DLC that could be included if you got the expansion pack, or you could really. I don't want Nintendo 64. I don't want Sega. I just want the expansion pack. So I'll just want the Happy Home thing. Mm-hmm. So I'll just pay for that outright.
Yep.
Got it. But there is a free expansion that apparently has all those quality of life improvements, like the roost and stuff, right?
I don't think so.
This is so confusing.
I think that hold on. No. I mean, if there are any patches there, it's not going to be Happy Home Paradise stuff. So like you either like go and buy Happy Home Paradise for like the $25, or you don't get any of that. I don't think there's like anything else that they mentioned that's going to be like a thing here.
Yeah, this is the part I was not hoping to stumble
into. Also, when I say I love, I mean I absolutely don't. I sure do enjoy the fact that if you wanted to buy that expansion pack for all of that stuff, they only deal in 1-year terms. Be mindful, because in your Nintendo Online thing, you can do that month to month, or you can buy that in 3-month chunks, or like you can either buy that like I think monthly or annually for what you get right now on Nintendo Online. If you decide to go to whatever this new tier is that includes the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis titles, the whole year. You have to pay for a whole year. Have to. There are no other options. So be on the lookout for that too. It's not something else you can just upgrade and go, I'm just going to keep up with my monthly payment, but my monthly payment is going to be a little bit more. You are going to annual billing. Oh, Roost is free? Good to know.
Yeah, I think everything in this article that I'm looking at here is all the free stuff.
Wait, so Jerry said Captain's free. Okay.
Yeah, I think everything I'm looking at in this article here, I'll post it in chat because it's not in the show notes.
What's the resort island? Because I didn't watch the whole direct.
That looks like that's in the paid stuff. The Happy Home Paradise stuff. Yeah, so that resort thing looks like it's in this one, the Happy Home Resort joint.
Wait, so you can have another island?
I have no clue. I understand none of this. I was not prepared.
Oh yeah, you can have an additional, like you have an item for a vacation home, it looks like.
Kev says no.
But no, not another island, but there is, I guess, select an island for a vacation home. This is interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, not like an island you can, like, you know, build on. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all coming. That's the Animal Crossing minute. It was really tough to get through without our resident Nintendo field reporter.
He's right there in chat though. What do you mean?
I mean, he is, but it'd be nice to get like a back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Major saying he misses you, Kevin.
I do. This is so hard. But yeah, $50 annual billing. Get the 64 Genesis. Oh, he's not here. Kev's not here. Kev's not here. He said so himself.
Okay, I'm not here. Oh, okay.
Kev said he isn't here.
Okay, we do not perceive you.
No. That's why I miss him.
I got a bone to pick. Because if I was to say that, y'all be like, you need to go to sleep or either be on the show. I mean, Kev has a different situation, but still, like.
Okay, no. See, the thing is, where you said, but Kevin has a different situation, so that's the end of that.
Yeah, like that's it. Grand opening, grand closing on that one.
Period. Try it. You sure did.
You sure did.
Try that.
Like that meme of Grandpa Simpson walk in the restaurant, make that circle, walk right back out. In today's game, I'll fuck around and find out. D-brand. Fuck around and found out. Or actually not really, because yeah. I'll get into that. Company that told Sony, go ahead and sue us, pulls replacement PS5 plates from sale. Says Sony threatened to sue them. Oh my God. Brought to you by Capricorn. Why? Why?
Yes,
Here,
Jerry,
can we
yes.
Okay,
yes.
tell you what. If you are listening to this episode of Tech Talk Thursday and would like to show us some love, just go on to your little Twitter account if you don't mind, and then just make a tweet with hashtag Capricorn. and tag Major.
Why?
I mean, okay, you can tag me if you want. It's fine. But Major Linux is easier to spell.
At S. There you go. Just tab that. Oh my goodness. In February, Canadian-based device customization company Dbrand launched its replacement PS5 plates dubbed Dark Plates, with a brazen attitude towards the prospect of a Sony takedown. Quote, with the release of Dark Plates, the unthinkable has happened. We've taken Sony's monumental achievement in bad design and fixed it. We can only assume that our prizes are in the mail.
Y'all just have nothing but the audacity.
Dbrand said it subsequently received a letter from Sony threatening legal action and has now complied with the demands. In a Reddit post bemoaning the action from Sony, Dbrand said, quote, Dark Plates are dead. But in a rare twist, actually, no, it's not a rare twist. It's just, again, tech bros being tech bros. Company that told Sony, go ahead and sue us, defiant in the face of legal threat, sells new PS5 plate design. They said, we see your cease and desist, and we provide you with a new design. And I'm going to say that what they provided looks worse. Like, I actually would take Sony's faceplates over whatever the fuck Dbrand is sold. This sounds like some white people shit. The only people who so bold as to try and spit in Sony's face would be the melanin deficient. Edgy company versus mega corporation. Dbrand does make some good stuff, but it is very fucking cringy. It is very fucking cringy. Trust and believe, when this new MacBook comes in next week, there will be no Dbrand skin on it for real. I can't do it. But whatever the fuck Dbrand just came up with, like as the thing that will not get them to sue them, looks worse. Because I don't know if I want a giant fucking target clearly fucking visible on my console. Like, that just looks fucking ugly. I would rather my PS5 look like fucking Kaiba from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Not Kaiba.
Than whatever the fuck.
For these kids on motorcycles playing card games.
Then whatever the fuck this is. Like, how did they even think that was a good idea? Like, I would rather my PS5 look like a fucking modem from 2077.
Oh, you a lie.
No, I am definitely telling the truth. I would rather my PS5 look like that than this shit. This right here? This right here? Right here? No, this is ugly ass shit.
Hold the hell up. Wait a minute. I was on Twitter.
Aga, please. What?
Like, let's do this. I love putting things side by side. Let's do this. Now again, y'all tell me which one of these look better. I'm going for the fucking stock ass PlayStation.
This looked like one of them automatic air fresheners that be scaring you because you forget it's automatic.
Or the ones or the ones that you be thinking, yo, does it actually have a scent filter? Because I swear this thing just went off when I farted in the bathroom.
It looks like a new generation carbon monoxide detector with Wi-Fi.
It's the way that y'all are
see,
just a mess.
there we go. That's what I'm talking about. See,
like,
again, see, I know I've seen this meme somewhere. That's why I said it. The PS Fiber.
so damn messy. Oh my god.
But again,
PS Fiber, I hate you.
Again, which one would you want though? Like again, I do not want this trash shit that fucking D brand trying to sell, man. Like, no, this is fucking garbage. This is fucking garbage. Get this shit out of here. Like, damn. I know D-Brand ain't hurting for customers, but like, I'm done.
They had the audacity to say it makes it less ugly.
The fuck it do?
Where? We're playing target practice on the side of it now. What are we like? What is going on here? Like, I need to understand.
I'm expecting it to start speaking in the robot voice from Squid Game.
It looks like the little the old buzzer from the old Taboo games back in the day. You know, not the new ones, but the old ones. That's what it's giving me. That's what it's giving. You know, I'm
trying to find a picture of the original dark plate. All I'm seeing are images for the old one.
So.
Oh, is that it right there?
Hey man, I just need you to make sure that you titled this episode "Mining Capricorn."
I don't name episodes. What are you doing?
Hold on, wait.
Oh my god, no!
Oh no, not this.
Oh, Capricorn is just a real thing. Okay. So, Anka, I bet you're gonna get a cease and desist in the mail. Good luck with that. Now, okay. Now, if we're gonna talk about the original dark plate, though, okay, that doesn't look too bad. But again, what they fucking replaced it with, this does not make the PS5 less ugly. Anka, what? Something has Anka so fucking mesmerized right now.
Somebody tagged Capricorn.
Oh no!
Is it porn? Is it porn
now
crypto?
You get a whole bunch of crypto in your DMs.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, bestie.
Was I? Please do not tell me. Okay, good. Don't. I swear, if anybody does, I'm going to block you for real. Do not tag me in any fucking crypto shit that Anka's in. I will block you.
I'm just crying because somebody tagged Capricorn for a SoundCloud track and it has hashtag Raleigh, hashtag Greensboro.
Oh my god, Anka. You know what? I gotta stay true to my word.
But this was from 2018. So
Anka, 8 minutes ago, you tagged me with the hashtag Capricorn coin. Anka, I'm so sorry. You know what? No, because this needs to be more of a public spectacle here. I need people to see this.
Major said, "Let me make you an example."
Hey, I don't have any DMs yet, but I don't
Let's see. Block at Adios and Anka. They will not be able to follow you or view your tweets, and you will not see tweets or notifications from Adios and Anka. Anka, I just said before I check Twitter, if anybody tagged me in Capricorn, I am going to block them.
I need you to take a screenshot of this and then post it in the Discord if you're gonna do it.
Shit,
can we get a crater in chat, please? I repeat, can we get a Yamcha crater in chat at this moment?
Oh, I'm sorry. I took it off the screen. I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna keep it right there. I'm gonna give you one more chance because you did it before I warned. I'm gonna keep this tab open with this button right here, just so you know. You can earn a cancel, or you can earn a block. The choice is yours.
No, I got Yamcha. I hate it here. I don't hate it here, for the record.
You tagged me in fucking cryptocurrency. I told you, don't do the last thing. Who wants to talk about more controversial news? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move this tab somewhere else. I'll make it nice and safe. Its own Chrome page, so it doesn't get removed. Hey, new storage options are available for the Xbox Series S and X consoles. You have a 502 gigabyte option, or I'm sorry, 512 gigabyte option, and a 2 terabyte option. 512 gigabytes are available to you for $139.99 US, and the 2 terabyte option will be available for $399.99 US. The 512 gigabyte version is now available for pre-order at Walmart of all places, and it will launch in mid-November, while the 2 terabyte version will launch in early December. The Seagate 2 terabyte storage expansion card will also be the next product featuring the Designed for Xbox Limited Series badge, ensuring premium product quality, performance, and design. Which, I don't know what design, that they all look the fucking same. For those who don't know, I took a screenshot of it, but it's on my Mac. I didn't put it somewhere else. But for those who may not remember, Kev accurately pointed out that the cost of the 512 gigabyte card, because that was the only one we knew about, was going to be anywhere between $130 and $150. So congratulations to Kevin. His Negronomics prediction was correct. But like I said, this was going to be a very, very controversial topic. Proprietary storage garbage. Start selling those adapters. Major found. Wait. No, somebody else found those. Somebody else found that thing. I don't think I was the first one, but actually, I think it was an article. It was an article I read that someone else had found it, and I had provided it as an alternative. But yeah. But yeah, more storage if you need it. It's going to be super expensive, but again, as I like to point out to people multiple times over and over and over and over, as much as we will want to complain about how it is proprietary storage, this is still the MSRP for an actual NVMe Gen 4 drive. The only difference, and again, want to point this out, I feel like people keep glossing over this fact. The reason why you go to Amazon, Newegg, Target, wherever you can buy a fucking NVMe drive now and compare prices, and the prices will be cheaper for the NVMe drive than this, is because those drives have been on the market for years. Keep that in mind. If they all release at the same time, they would all be the same price. People forget to look at the MSRP. That's the thing I look at. I can see that I can buy a terabyte Western Digital or WD Black SN850 1 terabyte drive for less, significantly less than the 1 terabyte Seagate expansion card. I know I can. I've done it twice. But the MSRP for that drive is on par with the Seagate expansion card. I do not understand. I do not understand why people like to argue that. Like, I'm trying to be objective, and it's like people. I feel like a lot of people do not understand like how much this tech actually fucking costs. It ain't cheap. It won't go and be cheap. And the fact that y'all thought that and then want to blame it on proprietary shit, that's not it. That ain't it. Because even if they gave you the slot like the PlayStation does, you're still paying about the same. Try buy the same shit on PlayStation, and then on top of that, you gotta sit there and buy the heatsink for it, which makes it even more expensive. Also, given the fact too, and again, this is not me defending it, but kind of looking at this rationally, there are people who want to add additional storage who have to pluck down this money for it, and would rather plug it in easily than having to disassemble a console to add it. It's not slow. That storage is not slow. Again, like I don't know how I can convey this. I actually use that card. It's not slow by any means. Like, it's not any slower than the internal storage. It's actually using NVMe Gen 4, using the PCI lanes that are on the system. It's just going to this expansion card. These cards are used to store your Xbox Series games to be able to do that direct storage loading, to be able to get those fast loading times, and all like that. Because if that was the case, if that's not what it was used for, then yeah, you just buy external hard drives all day. I mean, again, like, I can run speed tests on my system. It's like right there. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that the storage speed, the transfer rate and the storage speed, and the fact that, again, I can run an Xbox Series X title or an Xbox Series title on it with no loading on that drive. It is essentially the same speed as the drive on the system, which is still a PCIe Gen 4. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
If you don't know what to say about storage, then we're at a loss here.
Actually, I would like to retract that statement immediately. Because of that line right there. To Ruin, I want to apologize. You're absolutely right. But that also means too that actually, hold on.
What you got going on there?
Crunching some numbers. All right. Yep. All right. I take it back. You're okay. So I think I missed the point. So Ruin says the expansion isn't slower than the internal Xbox storage. People don't care for it because it's slower than options on other platforms for the same price. What's more is that it's not like the PS5 is demonstrably slower. Yeah, I mean, and you're absolutely right. Like, it's not like it's going any faster. It makes me wonder. So what's the point of any of this? This is actually just going to make me. Again, I am all about learning new things and taking back things that I say. Unfortunately, this also comes with the byproduct of I'm going to be even madder about the thing because it just chips away at whatever goodwill it had, just to expose worse things. It's like, this sucks. Well, obviously, Microsoft made it much faster than what you get out of the normal drive. That speed. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. But it's fine. I got the true speed on my PS. I got true speed on my PC. It's fine. But yes, I do feel sorry for those who are on console and still they can't move as fast as I do. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm weak. So okay, the expansion cards. And maybe I missed this already. In asking this, but you can't just get like a SSD and just plug it in, like. Or
you can, but you cannot play Xbox Series S and X titles from those drives.
Wow. Okay.
Because apparently the speed is not fast enough.
Okay. Okay. You can't play it from there, so you'd have to like transfer the game each time you play.
Like you can kind of archive it, put it on that drive, but you can't play from it. You have to move it over. So what I did is try to push as many series titles to my internal storage and my external card, and keep all my 360 and OG Xbox titles on the USB drives that I've plugged in.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal to have to transfer the game every time you want to play it, but
there you go, sounding like
I don't want to pay for that. I don't want to pay for that. So, and I mean, I waited one time for my friend to transfer Outriders back to his game and back to his main console, and it didn't take long. So I'm like, I'm fine. I can do that. I can wait 20 minutes if that's how long it takes. Like, fine.
Tycho, if they want that Call of Duty, they will.
Well, then they are a money team.
Again, like I said, like what I'm waiting for is people to actually put games on these expansion cards. First one, Call of Duty. We're moving back to game cards, people. I'm telling you. You want physical media? Game cards.
Don't you mean memory cards?
That's where you save things. What are you talking about? You youngin'. Back in the day, we had video games that were on cartridges. Old video games.
I know that.
Do you?
Yes. I have one of those.
How do you answer a telephone? That's what I thought.
New kids these days be like,
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a callback. And I told you I was going to use that. I told you I was going to use that picture as a thumbnail for that show too.
What is this? Is this a phone? Are we holding a phone here? Thank goodness.
In what may be considered good news, Valve has launched Steam Deck Verify program for games that run well on the Steam Deck. Valve is introducing a Steam Deck Verify system for helping gamers find out what games have been verified to work well on their forthcoming AMD plus Linux-powered handheld game console. The categories for the Steam Deck Verify program include verified for games running great out of the box, playable for titles needing some tweaking, unsupported as not functional for the Steam Deck, and unknown for games not yet checked. I heard Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy games are massive. Just stuff those on your storage with COD and it's full. Again, Tycho, that's been my whole rant since the Xbox Series S was ever announced. 512 gigabytes to sell that shit, and then on top of that, it's like 360 something gigs of usable storage. Look, we gonna need that Pied Piper encryption if we're gonna keep having games this big. I'm just saying. Oh wait, no, not that one. Not the guy who referred to himself as the Pied Piper. Okay. As long as we're talking about Silicon Valley, yes, that's what I meant. Not the guy. Not that guy. We're not gonna talk about that guy. I mean, but SJ, look, have you not seen this show? Are you not currently watching? Is this not just an episode of Silicon Valley? We could be really doing a Silicon Valley rewatch podcast, and you could not tell the difference between that and an actual tech podcast. Just saying.
Is it true?
Waiting. Fact checkers? Am I lying?
Hello? I mean, I don't know, and I'm not looking it up. So,
anywho, hey, remember when I said that Stadia would be better if they just package their product to other companies and let them use it?
Ouch!
They did it. Batman Arkham Knight is the first game to be powered by white-labeled Stadia streaming. For those who do not know what white labeling is, it's just essentially taking a product, putting it in a white box, and just sending it somewhere. Say, hey, you just use it without any of the marketing, without it really being associated with the company who made it. So essentially, Stadia is just like selling their streaming technology wholesale. They are working with AT&T, with Warner Brothers to offer a streaming version of Batman Arkham Knight powered by Stadia streaming technology.
oh, Takal, we said that like ages
ago. Yeah, like we knew that. Again, that was the only thing I said that would make Stadia viable, is that they just packaged it and gave it to companies for them to use. It said
a Negro
powered by Stadia. Thank you. This one I do remember. I have to have them remind me that I said these things. Yeah, I do want to watch. I do want to rewatch Silicon Valley though. Do you think Nintendo will use this instead of whatever streaming company they use now? I would hope. But they'd also have to pay for it, and who knows if Nintendo's going to put that money towards that. Sin, this one's for you.
We're in the Twitch section, aren't we?
No. We're in the Dead by Daylight section.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Anka, this is where you can lose. This is where you can lose it all. Dead by Daylight Hellraiser models are now an NFT. Ooh, this is a difficult one for Sin and for Anka. Anka just made it difficult on herself. May I remind people what Anka is playing for? This block.
Hold on. Now there's all sorts of stuff happening here for reasons, I guess. Question mark. They released a whole statement on this, so now I am.
If there's an update, let me know. I haven't seen the update to this.
Of course you haven't seen the update because you just like making me miserable.
Again, this was sent to me. I would have I breezed right on past this. Then Tycho showed us, have you showed this to Sid? And they're like, no, but I can. And now I just want to sit there and put it in here just to see what he do.
So here, you can just go ahead and open this next to this one, because it's one of those. It's not exactly what this thing says, and I think by a certain extent, it's marginally worse, considering what the implication is.
So see, we hear and understand the concerns you raise over NFTs. Absolutely zero blockchain tech exists in Dead by Daylight, nor will it ever. Behavior Interactive does not sell NFTs.
It's the same thing.
Wait.
Isn't it?
Wait, hold on.
Or am I missing something?
Does not sell NFT. The NFT has. This was tweeted by you though.
Am I missing something? Is it not the same thing? Because it definitely sounds like just because you got a middleman.
So no, like it's one of these. Did I burn down your house? No. Anka burnt down your house. However, I may have known that she was going to burn down your house, and I may have sold her some kerosene or some gasoline or some C4, maybe a couple of matches, a couple of pieces of wood.
This is exactly that.
By the way, have y'all looked up the account that this is attached to?
What do you mean?
The people that they sold the assets to, apparently.
Oh, I was about to click on that.
Done by behavior.
Park Avenue Entertainment. That's who owns this.
Oh boy.
Because the person that they sold this to,
they sold the NFT.
No. They sold this person the asset, or they gave this person access to the assets to make an NFT with.
All right, so Boss Protocol, because they don't link to Boss Protocol anywhere.
Let me see if I can find it. But let's just say,
I'm just gonna Google it.
The artist behind this, that's going to possibly be making this NFT, is a trash human being of the highest quality of trash. We're talking. You know that one family member that you don't let cook at your Thanksgiving?
Wait.
Because they both can't cook and they put raisins in the potato salad? That's who they sold this to.
This account has only existed for like a month.
Oh.
Ubitus? What is happening? Who is Ubitus?
Let me see if I can find the.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Tycho, what did you do? This is a mess. A whole mess.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, I just can't.
Because here's the thing. You want to know why they had to say that? One reason why they had to say that? Because Steam has a policy. If you are a blockchain game, they will boot you from their platform.
That I meant to include but forgot to. But yeah, I mean, actually, no, I just don't want to talk about fucking NFTs. I'm tired of fucking NFTs. I put a moratorium on NFTs like I put a moratorium on fucking Cyberpunk. I'm just tired.
But I don't know why you hate them when they love you.
Who?
NFTs, of course. Hello?
The fuck they do?
Corporations are people and they love you. All that to say, hi, we're in capitalist hell still. Ain't nothing changed. No script to update.
This is a fucking mess.
A whole mess. I'm trying to see if I could find it because I had more information here.
Can I just talk about Twitch? I don't even want to talk about Activision right now.
Ooh, child, the ghetto. The ghetto.
This show is becoming more and more difficult to do by the second.
The ghetto.
to call because people do shitty things and then have to tell you they're doing shitty things up front so that you don't find out about it later and come back twice. Just mad. But let us continue. You said you wanted to talk about the Twitch things.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk about Activision. I'm just gonna blow past it. I don't want to blow past it, but because it's. All right, more than 20 Activision Blizzard staff has now exited the company since the sexual harassment lawsuit became public. Exited means that they've been fired. A further 20 employees remain at the company after investigation, but have faced other types of disciplinary action, the company said. For context, Activision Blizzard has 9,500 employees as of 2020. So, 40 people in total have gotten in trouble. 20 have lost their jobs, 20 are still there, but they've been disciplined. Oh, speaking of which, the details have come from Fran Townsend. You know, the woman who actively tweeted why whistleblowers are bad for the company. Also, the person who, you know, used to work for Bush back in the day. All right. Activision Blizzard want harassment lawsuit pause over conflict of interest. So remember last week when we talked about how the EOCC, which is the Federal Equal Employment Organization, and the DFEH, which is California's equal employment kind of organization, kind of got in a little pissing match about who should sue who and, you know, what documents it may or may not should exist in what form or whatever. And like I said, you know, Activision looked at that and said, you know what? We're just going to sit this one out. We're just going to chill while y'all fight. Activision really, they wanted to put that on paper. Is that, look, you know what? We should just pause all of this until they work this shit out. So don't mind us while we still shredding these documents. Don't come for us until y'all fix y'all shit.
Ooh.
Sounds like Facebook. I hate it here.
I need to put more light topics in the show. Like, again, just so y'all know, I really want to be clear. I want to make this clear. I'm the one who mostly creates this. I can say what goes in and what doesn't. I got rid of articles, and these are the ones that stayed.
Should have made better choices.
I should have. I did this.
You did this.
I am the author of all my pain.
Am I the drama? I don't believe I'm the drama. Maybe I am.
He is the villain.
Tycho, they have access to the document. They do.
We have editing. We have editing rights. I don't have reading time.
So again, not my fault. Well, part of it is my fault, but not all of it. All of them have editing access to this document. They can add and take away whatever they want. They know what's on the show before it goes live.
A lot of times I will text Major about this and be like, why'd you put this in here?
Mm-hmm.
It's news. I mean, you right, but I don't know if we want to talk about it.
Tycho is right though. There is good news though, because it does tickle the petty bone in my body. God of War is coming to PC in January. Which means that leak from Nvidia might have been true.
How does this tickle your petty bone?
Because all the Sony fanboys are mad again. Y'all lost another one. Okay. So this news comes out of the Twitch data leak. Apparently there was a urgent pizza hacking incident This was back from the 2014 Twitch hack that caused a major all hands on deck. And you talk about crunch in the gaming industry. There was serious crunch in Twitch back in 2014 when suspicious logs were discovered in the code, clearly left behind by hackers. Intrusion caused an intense investigation with almost all staff pulled in to assist as Twitch had few, if any, dedicated cybersecurity experts. One former employee claimed to have worked for 20 hours a day for 2 months. The incident became known as Urgent Pizza, with Twitch leadership even printing t-shirts with the name on it.
So, what's worse? The fact that it happened, or the fact that they were aware that it happened and went, let's make a t-shirt?
The latter?
Who, me, working heavy crunch, totally did it. Got a t-shirt and everything. You want to know what, though? I feel like this is going to be a very painful thing, because I did read the rest of these articles of Twitch just keep going back and like people just going further and further to the rabbit hole and being like, Twitch isn't just now terrible. They've been terrible. And everybody looking at you like, Anka, is she new? I think she's
new. Twitch was forced to rebuild its code as its servers were compromised. These were later labeled dirty as data was gradually migrated to new servers. The code from the recent leak contains references to the Urgent Pizza event with code strings such as remove pizza script, a pizza thing, indicate that the server is urgent pizza clean, move pizza to secure login, and dirty status equals true, which I guess refers to the dirty servers that they were. Nothing.
Ruin. You don't want the answer to that question. Let's not.
Hey, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that thing I said about the 5th of November?
The gunpowder treason and plot.
Yes. Y'all just keep a lookout on the 5th of November. I don't know if anything's gonna happen, but you know.
Look at Anka trying to be Babe Ruth and calling a shot. Right there.
So what else we got here, Major? There's one article in this. I do want to say, I read this section of like articles, and there's one article that feels like very skippable content. Child, listen, this article. Dear Andy Chalk, wherever you are, I hope you're having a pleasant Thursday, but listen, we didn't need this. Come get this. Why did we write this article?
Oh, to let you know that there are definitely big time streamers who will not be banned, or get sent to special people if they cause in trouble.
There's like a list that there was like a whole thing that this was made for, in like at a time, like it was something that was made, and the time at which it was made was back when like Twitch, because I was here during as the last part of it trailed off, where like if you were here doing a not gaming thing per se, you could get in trouble for that. So like okay, they've expanded categories since then. None of this I imagine even matters at this point.
Yeah, so you got two here. Rice Gum and Lil Tyler. Do not suspend escalate violations to R. Kennedy at twitch.tv or TNO Zinso at twitch.tv.
I will say that one thing that is funny here, though, because most of this was made for, hey, some of this is, I like the fact that we have these emails here because now we're just going to start emailing them and telling them, hey, did y'all know that this person is doing a terrible thing? And everybody's just going to start spamming their emails. They're going to be like, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't have done that. I will say there are a couple of things here. I'm not concerned about the list, but I am concerned about some of these reasons that they put on here. Like, inappropriate username. But don't ban them, though. Tell them to change their username then, at least. Hello? But other people just like... They talk about soccer. They talk about football. You know, like this person's a staff member. This person talks about 3D modeling. Or this person talks about non-gaming content or whatever. Like, I'm not bothered by this.
So I think what it is there are a lot of accounts that look like they would be banned for that reason. So like Shart Quifa would probably be banned because it looks like an inappropriate username.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jabranel. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, that's almost like, what is an example? Arrested Development, when Tobias Funke called himself an analropist. Yeah. Like, it's spelt one way, but it was pronounced some other way. So I feel like that may be what this is, and that's why they have that marked, because that's actually somebody's name. Like, the context was added when I actually read this paragraph here, where I did not know that apparently the nickname for the CEO of Twitch was Sarbendia. So, like, when you look, I don't know why I opened that again. I have a tab open right here. Like, Sarbendia, right here, reason CEO staff, like, don't do that for any reason. Like, that's Emmett Shear. I had no idea. Now I do. Or like they have like DJ Wheat and his reason is underage. Now we all know DJ Wheat is an actual account. You don't want to ban that for any reason, but it's a thing of somebody may come to DJ Wheat's page, see that there is an underage kid there, and then try to report it.
Oh no! Apparently they did so often that they had to be like, "Hey, don't ban him."
Yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying. So that's probably why for this one, like, it's not so much the reason why it's banned because it's inappropriate. It's probably because it's spelled a certain way. Somebody kept coming in there and banning it because they thought they were trolling, and it's like, no, this is actually this person's name. They verified it. This isn't for anal, or this isn't for queefs.
I don't know. One of those names is kind of like, I'm pretty sure that is like there. If that is someone's actual name, I want you to tell you need to have a talk with your parents and a therapist. Swiftly, expeditiously. I would like you to talk to your mother and your sire and have a conversation with them about why that happened.
Oh, Tycho, no, you're absolutely right about like Lowell Tyler and Rice Gum. Like, you are absolutely right. Yet they are constantly at the top of most watched and most well-paid streamers on Twitch, regardless of how terrible they are as fucking human beings. But let me not talk about other streamers on Twitch because that could get me banned, and I am not on the do not ban list. So
I don't know. I mean, there's a streamer that they definitely, brought the money, but they banned them anyway. So I don't know. But I mean, I feel you. I'm very like, this is just very like, this article is very, what are we supposed to do with this information?
Again, it wasn't made for us, but I included it anyway, just because I thought it was interesting to talk about.
Oh no, not you. I'm not talking about you. We're talking about like, dear person who wrote this article. Like, what are we supposed to do with this?
To highlight to people who aren't us, who already know that this is a thing, that this is a thing. I switched to TikTok the other day, explaining why IP banning can't be a thing. There are people who legit do not know.
Major, I'm just gonna say, this group of podcasters right here has too much melanin for this to be like an article. Now, mind you, not you, like I'm perfectly fine with the fact that you brought this here, because this was like, I read this, but when I read this article, I'm just like, sweetie, we know that people ran over here with privileges. We know that part. We talk about it regularly. None of this is new. That's like saying the sky is blue, the grass is green, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, the world spins in a certain way at a certain axis. We're this far from the sun. Like, just what?
There are some of us who don't want to believe that that's a thing. You know, some of us.
When you say some of us, you talk about who? The Saltines?
Some of us. Yes. For those who are listening to audio,
you're talking about. Oh, hold on. You're talking about YouTubers, because that's apparently what that means. You're talking about YouTubers.
I am talking about YouTubers.
We are. We're talking about YouTubers. Okay.
Oh my god, the way I now have to change that fucking command. I was totally gonna let that shit go until you brought that up, and damn it, now I gotta go change the command. And more Twitch leak.
Here, like, let me take out this one earbud real quick. I don't want to hear any of this unseasoned mess.
I think her AirPods died.
Oop.
She's now using the wired earbuds.
Okay, what you got?
Anka? Making sure Anka can hear us before.
Anka.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think her AirPods died, so she's trying to change the audio.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm waiting to. Because now she is clicking furiously. Okay, she can hear us. All right, cool. We can move on. How much of that did you hear? Die. Yeah, how much of that did you hear?
Oh, we knew.
I don't know.
We were talking about you the whole time.
We were. Like, Sim wanted to move and said, no, I want to make sure Anka can hear us. Because I saw that you had, because he pointed out that you took out the AirPod. It was like, no, she's just switching headphones now.
I was like, I was so mad. Just like, not you died.
Try to tell you, get them Surface headphones.
That's the next purchase.
Twitch says passwords were not exposed in last week's massive data security breach. Only a small fraction of users were impacted. Now, talking about, we had some words behind this. And again, it's not to say that passwords were not leaked. It's just that they looked at the same data leak that everybody else did and said, okay, there was no passwords in it. The thing that gets me with this article is the way they tried to use percentages. In the way that anti-vaxxers and COVID deniers use percentages.
Okay.
Only 1% of the people die of COVID. Why do I need to worry? Like, okay, but that's still over 1 million people. You are okay with 1 million people dying? Okay, then you know what? You are an insane person.
Okay, so I want to see. Hold on, where's this percentage thing that you were talking about?
Let's see. It may not be in this article. It might be in their update. Oh, so they didn't give a number, but they just said a small fraction.
Oh, because it was like 10,000 streamers out of the total amount of streamers.
Right. Like, we have the numbers. Like, yeah, we have those numbers. But it's still a thing of like, you try to minimize the damage by not necessarily giving the number, which is still relatively big. Like, okay, 10,000 is way more than one individual person, which means there are 10,000 people like me who could have had bad shit happen to them. But you minimize it by saying only a fraction, which makes it not look as bad.
Okay,
So
well, I mean,
a small fraction, but you had changed everybody's password out of precaution.
so here's the thing, right? If they didn't do that, we would have roasted them. So I'm not upset with them about that. However, we need to talk about something. This is a thing that, bless her soul, Pleasantly Twisted regularly gets into, and that I think everybody here can appreciate, which is the following two words. I want everybody to repeat after me: data literacy. I
Didn't give me time. Data literacy.
Data literacy.
Uncle. He said repeat after him.
She's busy typing what she meant to say in chat. It's fine. I
Literacy of the data.
like it's data literacy. Here's what happens. Anytime someone is super is hardcore fucking up, they give you a percentage. When they are trying to be transparent, they give you a percentage and context. You know, when I was in school, they said there's data and then there's information. The difference between those two most of the time is context. Like if you just have numbers and words, you have data. If you know what those relate to each other and how they relate to each other and what that means, you have information. And information is something that you can use. You can't do anything with data. This is why I hate when people just come up and say, well, only 10,000 of this happened, or only 63% of this happened, or what have you. Now, give you an example. Hey, do you remember that Netflix article we talked about today when I said here's a percentage and here's a range of people and here's when this happened? That kind of stuff is fine when you want to use percentages. But when you just go, well, it's only 10,000 people who may have had some major compromise on something that caused us to have to make, sweeping platform-wide changes, policy changes, user changes, added verification for multiple things. And hey, you know what? Just for the hell of it, I know y'all changed those stream keys. We made y'all change them again. It's just like I need y'all to.
Well, keep in mind those changes, those other things weren't prompted by the leak of the data, like the income data of those 10,000 people. That was just like the code is just out there. There were
125 chunky gigs of it.
Yeah, like that was the bigger
with
issue.
Jeff Bezos' face.
But yeah, like that's the thing. Like it wasn't a small fraction. Like at that point, it's still not a small fraction. Like when you literally have millions of your users, millions of streamers having to reset stream keys and having to log into everything again.
Also, 10,000 isn't just a small number.
No,
period.
Even with that, like if we talk about like the streamer payouts, like even then 10,000 is still not a small number. Like that's a small town.
You know when 10,000 is a number that doesn't matter? 10,000 people had a hard time using the raid command today. Might be one of those times where you can just go, it was a small number out of the millions of other people who were able to use that just fine. We have one thing we need to fix, but it's not like a massive problem. Fine. You're talking about you're not talking about that though. I'm trying to figure out if it's worse that we regularly just get treated like people who are apparently asleep at the wheel when it comes to understanding what's happening to us, or the fact that they just publish this stuff unironically and just go, oh, it's only 10,000 people. Psh, okay. What am I even losing sleep over? Major. Let's something. Let's just go ahead and close this window and go to bed. I'm so tired of this.
Again, you can add things to this art. You could add things you could take things away. I would not be mad if you saw an arc you don't want to talk about and just move it. I wouldn't even know what's missing.
You want to know what? If you made me do that, all I would add is just, please play this on Spotify before we talk about this article to set the mood.
I mean, at that point too, like, maybe we should start a Patreon and just stream exclusively on Patreon that we don't have to worry about DMCA requests. Oh shit, no, I still post this on YouTube. Fuck.
You know something? If you decide to put it on Patreon, you should have to call us a special guest.
I mean, we need to work. I need to work on a better solution for that. The reason why it's become difficult to allow for other guests to get on is because we have a special channel that we're calling from. Ultimately, I just need to, one day we just need to just use the audio from Skype and see what that sounds like.
Can't you put a channel in your Discord and just lock it down?
That will require everybody to be in that Discord server.
And
Sin, you should join the Majors House Discord server, majors.house/discord.
I mean,
that would solve so many problems and would have done that from the jump.
This would solve problems? Do you mean problems that I didn't know existed because I wasn't there? Is there a problem with me not being there that you would like to inform me about?
It's a thing of I didn't want to. I don't want to. I don't want.
Can't be the drama.
No, it's still me. It's still me. It's very much still me. It's a thing of I didn't want to force people to join more Discord servers if they didn't need to. Apparently now it has become the need.
I'll think about it.
No, Sin does not see any of this.
See, here's the thing, Tikal. My concern isn't that I'm not gonna read things. My concern is that we're just gonna fight all the time. It's tiring. I don't want to argue with people all day.
My God. Then you know what? I don't know. Maybe we do need to find another solution because that's all that is in there.
I already have y'all. I have a Twitter account. I'm tired, but I'll do it.
We could have a separate private chat with guests.
I mean, I know how to set that up. That's not an issue. I've done it before. It's the thing of not all of us were in the Discord server, so I never pushed it. I was fine.
No, I'm not even talking about joining the Discord. We have our main one, and then we just have one for guests whenever we.
Oh, like a separate private call.
Yeah.
Then I gotta set up God knows how many of those.
No, you just add the people and then remove them.
Oh.
Whenever they.
Really? Damn, yeah. Discord is that fucking simple.
Okay, so where is this? What is this link I'm supposed to use?
It's social, I think. It's !point social.
As long as you create the private group chat, you can remove people.
I'll keep that in mind. Either way, we'll figure it out. I mean, we also can't have guests on the show until, somebody, creates those overlays. Twitch is trialing a feature that lets you rewind live streams.
She said, I don't know why you acted brand new. She said she doesn't do design no more.
She literally said she needed to do that 2 hours ago. I'm just reminding her the thing she said. Actually, it was 3 hours ago at this point. Twitch is trialing a feature that lets you rewind live streams. So if you missed that moment, you can back it up a little bit.
During the stream?
Did you know that there's already an OBS plugin that does that?
Well, not for the streamer, for the viewer.
While the stream is going.
Yes. Similar to what you can do on YouTube.
I thought, why did I think that was already a thing?
It's not. Which is something that I would like to see, but almost immediately somebody pointed out an issue with that. It's an undeniably useful feature, but can bring privacy concerns. iOS streamers, those who stream out in the public, like Jake and Bake, express worries that it could be used to analyze streamers' locations. The privacy concerns are certainly valid in a recent context of hate raids, but thankfully, if you have VODs disabled, it'll knock the ability to rewind off as well. which would then just defeat the point.
But if it's already being done on YouTube, then like I don't.
I mean, there may be people who decided not to stream on YouTube for that reason, but
Right.
you know, it's
like I see the usefulness of the feature, but yet almost immediately there's a bad side. I say, damn, fuck. Why can't it be one thing I could be excited about and not have to worry about the ramifications of it?
I mean, we're talking about the Yo, can I just point out the obvious gap in logic here?
I would appreciate it. I may be missing it.
Like, are they deleting every VOD of their channel or something like that as soon as it's made?
It's not published. I don't think it's automatically published.
No, VODs are automatically published.
Oh,
by default, unless you turn them off. Like you can turn them off.
Oh,
well, right? I mean, it's the same thing as just turning off VODs then at that point.
But I'm just saying, right? Currently, as it stands, right? Unless, right? You know, unless you're also like, I guess the only thing there, and I mean the only one sliver of reason I can think about that might be here would be people trying to figure out where they are and find their location in real time or whatever. Other than that, unless you're deleting like every VOD as soon as you make it or what have you, or going out of your way to heavily obscure things and references to where you are in the first place. But people are analyzing your bedroom. They're talking about the buildings and stores and shops, but that's with obvious signage outside.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that would be the solution though. If you are streaming, if someone review the VOD of that later, even almost as soon as you've stopped streaming, and they're trying to determine something, you aren't at that location anymore unless you unless you just stayed there for 5 hours after you stream from that location. What the rewind feature is doing is if somebody was trying to track you in real time, now I can rewind it back, trace your steps. Okay, yep, I'm on that street, so I'm going to keep moving. It's a little bit easier to rewind than it is if you were watching it just live and can't run it back.
I mean...
And then with a VOD, by that point, if somebody's watching a VOD to figure out where you are, you may not even be in that location anymore.
I mean, honestly, if we're talking about that, then listen, if someone's watching this on mobile, they're only going to be about 20 seconds behind you at the most. Quiet as it's kept, as annoying as this is, you can do about the same thing with the clipping feature.
But this one allows you to be able to do that without having to leave the stream itself.
But does it open up like a completely brand new window while the live one is running?
Let's see, where is it? It'll pop the stream back by 2 minutes, letting you scrub through whatever is happening during that time at a variety of playback speeds. It'll handily carry on playing the current live stream picture-in-picture too, so you won't be endlessly catching up.
So this feature or watching Twitch on mobile? Yeah, the mobile would still be worse.
Ruin says like, couldn't you just keep the VODs but disable this? Ultimately, like, if this were to launch, I imagine like that would be a thing. Like you'd have to opt into, no, fuck it, because it's technology. You have to opt out of fucking everything. You could opt out of the replay feature.
Well, hopefully, but it won't be during this trial that they're running. Like they're just gonna select random people and just like have it be just do it.
Yeah, like because what's the point of putting them in a test if they're not going to test it? So it's just gonna be thrust upon them. So yeah. Keep a lookout for that, I guess.
This feels a little bit, like surprisingly from me of all people. It seems a little bit less of a thing to be like, oh no, what if this terrible thing happens to be concerned about? And a little bit more like, hey, listen, there are definitely ways that we could have spent our time today. And of all of the ones that you chose, this was not the one.
They're just trying to catch everything, man. It's PC Gamer too, so.
No, I'm not talking about you. Again, not talking
No,
about,
I know you're not talking about me.
like
I'm just saying, look, it's PC Gamer. What'd you expect? As a matter of fact, I think they're the only people. Well, no, I think multiple articles were talking about it, but this is the one I normally catch the first one, unless it's something I don't want to talk about until like I see it 20 different places, and then I may catch the last one.
I'm attempting to be respectful here, but honestly speaking, let me not. Do continue.
You started down this route. Just finish it.
No, it's okay.
Just respectfully.
I'm just going to respectfully put away my little tomato sauce and breadstick. We'll put that in the refrigerator. It's okay.
In update news, along with the Pixel 6s, Android 12 is live. The OTA is rolling out to Pixel phones. Kev, if you are still here, he is not. But hey, Kev, if you do watch this VOD, update your shit. If you are running these Pixels, update your Pixel. It rolls back all the way to the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL. So have fun with that. It's got a lot of new features. Material you, material me, material everybody. If you have a PS5 or the PS5, there's a new update out. I don't know why I kept that in there. I don't. See? I have a terrible judgment when it comes to articles that need to be included. If you are having issues accessing your BIOS on your new 3080 Ti or 3060, there's an update for you to push to your graphics card or to your systems to allow for your graphics cards to actually be on and be able to get to BIOS. Yes, it's for stability. Of course it is. Windows 11 users, if there are any still here in this chat, the AMD Ryzen performance updates are out. So, take of that, do with that what you will. I'm back on Windows 10, and we'll probably be here for a while. I've learned my lesson. That's me, the 5900X. Why do people come in my chat and start flexing? I don't appreciate this. Uncle, are you laughing? Are you in support of these people who are flexing?
No.
Huh?
Aka isn't necessarily in support of flexing, but she is a patron of the glorious House of Gains.
It 100% was.
Not you threatening with the block.
I was. That's right, Anka.
My name is Bianca, and this is my masterclass.
Oh my god. That's it. I'll push the button. And of course, for deals this week, Epic's got their free game. What was it again? I forgot already. I forgot what the free game was.
Outriding.
No, that's not it. See, there you go. There you go. It's Among the Sleep is the free it's a free game on Epic, but of course, yet again, if you wait long enough, you get the prize. Outriders is coming to PC Game Pass this week. It's probably already out. It's saying this week. I don't see it. October 19th, so yeah, Tuesday. So yeah, if you were waiting to play Outriders on PC, didn't want to buy it, it is now on Game Pass.
I actually enjoy Outriders. It was pretty nice.
Wow. Not all this. Y'all just throwing Linux slander in here. This is new, and I am loving it. I am all here for it. That's why you installed Manjaro. Like, damn, that's an insult. Oh shit, wrong button. No, I'm not ending it yet. There we go. Well, that's it. We made it. I want to print this. The show notes out and frame it as like the worst show I could have ever created because I hated every second of it. I think it just made me tense for no reason.
Not for no reason.
Yes, Anka.
I'm sorry. I'm proud of myself. I didn't doze off not one time.
Surprise! You know what, Anka? Because you didn't doze off, I'm not going to push the button. I'm going to let it slide.
Why is the button still there?
It's not. I kick cancel.
Could be your own people.
Not to call coming for the cast. Oh my god.
Oh wait, I just realized that the screen wasn't being displayed, so it's not like you could really see that I actually hit cancel, but it's been canceled. In my spirit.
It's fine.
Honestly thought that 2 weeks ago was more of a wreck. The one with the Twitch hack and the FBI. One day, you know what? I honestly feel like I'm going to make a very short show where I'm just going to pick all happy stories. Things that make me happy to be in tech. Things that make me happy to be a gamer. Things that make me happy to stream. The only thing that I'm happy about is like updates and deals. I want to have that John Krasinski, some good news, but for tech now. Anka, before you actually do fall asleep.
I spoke it. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yes.
I didn't yawn. At not one time. I never yawned.
You played yourself. You played yourself. What you got going on this week?
More studying, and I'm going to a corn maze on Saturday.
So this is gonna be Anka's last episode. She's gonna be lost in the corn maze.
I will be armed, and I won't be alone. I will be with friends. But anyway, yeah, I ain't got much going on except studying. Taking another class. So I mean, same course material, but in an actual virtual class versus self-paced. So that'll be fun. But that's about it.
Sid.
Mm-hmm.
What you got going on this week?
Actually, we got a lot going on this week, don't we? So, this Saturday, I'm going to be doing an event from 12 to 2, and then again from 10 to midnight on Saturday with Emporium raising money for Trans Lifeline.
Ooh.
So that's the thing that's happening. We're also playing our second episode of Aramis Towers of Heaven this weekend on Saturday from 3 to 7. So Saturday is just busy. 12 to 2, 3 to 7, 10 to 12. And then I might spend the rest of Sunday trying to do some much needed writing and catching up with some things. And then random shenanigans on Monday, Hollow Knight on Tuesday, another tabletop game raising money for, I think, also Trans Lifeline on next week on Wednesday. So we're busy this week. We're gonna be telling stories. It's gonna be a good time.
And it's gonna be an even better time on Thursday.
I may or may not be here.
Wow.
I mean, who knows? I might die.
Well, we're not gonna
speak that into existence. What's wrong with you?
I may or I'm not. There's some things I have to actually get a schedule for this week. But right, as long as I get that settled up, we should know
Is it said that he would rather not exist on this mortal plane than play Back for Blood? Like, that's what I'm hearing, and it upsets me.
Oh God, that's next week. Ew. Okay, I might I might take a break from existence. And
Wow.
He probably thinks I'm gonna betray him or something. It's probably what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna betray anybody, but I can't promise y'all.
I can't, bro.
Aga said, you know, he thinks I might betray him, and he might be correct.
That's it. You know what?
But I mean, that's all right because
I'm gonna put up. Let's see. Help wanted, new podcast hosts. Need to replace one that makes terrible puns, and the other just does not want to be perceived at random points in time.
There's not. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so you're right. You're right. You are absolutely right.
One tags me in cryptocurrency tweets when I ask her not to. Explicitly.
But I think it's one of those things. Like there's like a 20% chance that I might not be here. If something happens like major, I'll just keep you posted to let you know. But I should be here next week for everyone's suffering and enjoyment, especially since is it back from, is it on Game Pass?
Yes, it is. That's why I bought you the code. And then we can join the hundreds of other games that are on Game Pass.
I haven't used the Game Pass thing yet.
This is your reminder to do so.
I haven't installed it because I didn't know if it's one of those things that just works or if it only starts from the day that you use it.
I think it's the latter.
Okay, so I'm trying to wait until like next week on like Tuesday or Wednesday.
I would prefer Tuesday.
Call it and set up. Huh?
I would prefer Tuesday.
You would prefer Tuesday. Why would
that
you
way
Tuesday?
you can implement it, we can work through any problems, and that way you can have that game installed so we can be ready to play on Thursday.
Okay.
I do not want another repeat of Conan Exiles.
The thing that you don't want to repeat of is Astroneer.
No, Conan, because two of y'all were missing.
Astroneer.
Two of y'all were missing for Conan.
No, Astroneer, because that was a game that I couldn't play with y'all specifically because I didn't have Game Pass.
No, I'm trying to avoid hey, you just didn't have it installed.
Wait, Conan on Game Pass?
Conan is on Game Pass. But we're paying Black for Blood. But we're paying Back for Blood.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, at some point we should probably give it a try again. And it's funny
to me, it looked like you looked directly at him when you said that. Nobody else could see that but me. But
instead of playing on a server, like an online server, you have to play like host mode, and you can't go too far from the host, otherwise it like drags you back. So
that doesn't sound fun.
Hey, you have to travel in a group.
Ruin, I'm waiting for that check. I really am.
Anka said don't split the party.
My Anka's going too far into Linux. She don't care about Microsoft. Look, I picked up the Slack. Even though I'm about to get on TikTok and make a whole bunch of anti-Apple fans really mad for like a hot second.
Cute little pie case.
It's a shame they're not charged.
Ooh.
I also am losing one due to extenuating circumstances from this past weekend, but we're not going to talk about that.
Wait, losing one what?
I've lost an AirPod. I mean, it's not lost. I know where it is, but it's not in my possession right now.
Wait, where is it?
It's in my friend's car.
So are you going to retrieve it?
Tomorrow. I'm meeting her after she gets off work.
All right.
Past week in this chaotic.
Do what brings you peace. What brings me peace is calling Apple pure devil. I've been planning some content, but I was sitting in the car today, thinking of things I could put on TikTok, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about what I want to do. But I'll wait till Sim finishes before I'll explain my grand TikTok content plan. Was that it? Is Sim finished?
No, that's it. That's all the things.
Oh, I wasn't sure. You weren't saying anything. So, yes, with me, my MacBook Pro comes on Tuesday. So, you know what? Those who got shit to say, whatever. I don't care. I'm excited. I'm really happy. But outside of that, getting my hair done again, because I really need it. If all goes well, I will probably be streaming again and probably picking up on Yakuza 1 and Metal Gear Solid 1. So it'll be really interesting to switch over between, you know, the latest and greatest that consoles have to offer to a console that a company says, you know what, fuck you. Why are you using this old system? Please go away. We don't want you here. And yeah, so getting back into TikTok, mainly, apparently because now I have expressed my love for Apple products on TikTok in some way, I'm now getting a whole bunch of anti-Apple people in my For You page. Like, just really, like, getting angry, just hot and bothered that people are even just talking about Apple products right now. And it bugs me, but not so much like, oh, I'm so angry. Why do you hate Apple so much? Like, no, it's like, man, y'all just talking shit to be talking shit, and I just want to really make fun of all of you. So yeah, I'm gonna make some, not necessarily pro Apple, but anti Apple videos. Culminating in what I would like to think, things I hate about operating system, I go first type videos. And what I want to do with them, because I thought it was just so funny, is that I do have y'all seen those commercials, like those infomercials, like from back in the day, for like those party chat lines? Where it's like you had like this woman who's like laying on a couch, just talking on a phone or laying in a bed. Like, you could be talking to me right now. Hot singles in your area?
Yeah.
I want to do.
What about that?
I want to do those poses while saying, this is the thing I hate about Windows. This is the thing I hate about Apple. This is the thing I hate about Android. This is the thing I hate about iOS.
10 things I hate about OSs.
Yeah, like something like that, but just in the, you know, hot singles in your area poses everywhere in my house.
You know, you gave us the reference, but for some reason my mind brought up Education Connection.
Ma'am.
You know something? I got you.
I don't know what.
And like I want to frame it for each specific OS, because it's a thing of, you've got so many people who are on that platform who are like, and they're like 40, 50-year-old men who are just like so angry about Apple. And it's like, dude, if y'all don't fucking calm down before you have an aneurysm. Oh my God, what is this?
Oh my goodness.
I might have to check this out. This actually does kind of look funny. But yeah, it's the thing of like, there are so many people on here who are just like fucking about to like pop a blood vessel. They are so angry about shit that Apple does. And I want to say like it all kind of came in when I made a TikTok saying that, you know, like, boy, Apple, I mean, these Android fans really hate the green bubble. And then kind of said, like, look, every operating system has its fucking place. Why are we so mad about this? Why does it matter what I or anybody else chooses to spend our money on? Like, unless you're buying it for me, get the fuck out of my business. So yeah, like that was the whole that's the whole premise of those series of videos I want to do, where it's like X amount of reasons why I hate this specific operating system. This is like, I could be objective. I can find things that I hate about every fucking operating system that I've used, because not everything is fucking perfect. Nobody is saying that. And the fact that you think that people love Apple, people love these products because, oh, it's so perfect. No, they just serve a use case that I find very appealing, and that's why I use it. But yeah, ultimately, I just want to poke fun at those people because I find it very hilarious that they are so angry about a damn piece of aluminum and plastic and electricity. So yeah, I'm gonna go be petty for a few days.
I'm looking forward to these series of videos after my text is passed.
I'll keep them safe for you. That way, when you're done, you say you've back. I can share. I'm gonna see if I can put them in a playlist, and I can share them in a playlist for it to you.
Please do. Please do.
If you find 7 things you hate about Android and 6 you hate about iOS, they will call you a fanboy. I'm sure. Oh my god.
Oh, I still have to make that one TikTok video I mentioned. You're gonna be like, wow, this is very clever.
I'm still waiting on the one that we need to collab on about the I don't know what to call it, but like the queer eye comparison, where it's like a tech guy comes in and just points out all the shit wrong.
Oh.
I remember what was the one I was getting after you about something. Is it, man, if I came in that house, I could probably find 20 things wrong with what's going on in this setup.
I can't remember.
Oh wait, it was your wireless.
Oh yeah.
It was your switch and the wireless, and where your wireless was in relation to you. Oh boy. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, we're rambling. Thank you all so much for tuning into another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for October 21st, now 22nd, 2021. Thank you all so much again. Really do appreciate y'all sticking through this long, this late. Again, Kev, wherever you at, again, you are in our thoughts, you are in our prayers. Hope that everything goes well. I know it's a difficult time for you. Definitely, if you need anything, please do not hesitate to let us know. And that goes for everybody here too. Hope that everybody is okay, doing well, take some self-care. It's still hard and it's still mean in these streets.
Enjoy the rest of the Friday we allowed you to have, because
yes,
you took all of your Thursday.
Yep, we did. It's all ours now. But yeah, thank you again on behalf of Sinziak, on behalf of the Gout, Idio Sanaka, and on behalf of it's your boy Kev. Kev is in the building in spirit. I'm your host, Marcus Major Linux Summers, saying that you could have been anywhere in the world watching any streaming, or you could have been playing the game stuff. You could have been reading all the tech, gaming, and streaming news stuff, but you said, nah. We wanted to watch Marcus hit that nuclear button and block Anka from Twitter for good. And for that, I say thank you. It was a pleasure. And of course, until next time, all I've got left to say to you on the people is I love you and peace. How?
Wakanda forever.
You Bombay.